Welcome everybody to another podcast, episode of the New Name Podcast. I'm Manny. This is my heterosexual life mate,
Oh
Ricky.
no, 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 no. I didn't
Oh, we
think
talked about this earlier.
I didn't think that was gonna be your thing.
You didn't think I was gonna say it. I was
Ah,
gonna
no wonder you brought that up.
you really didn't know how I was
Oh,
gonna bring it up. Anyways, this is episode 49 of the No Name Podcast. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Google
sweet
Podcasts, YouTube,
Jesus.
Spotify, Anchor. We're on IG. Also, we're on TikTok. We hardly post on there, but we're on there. Um, so go give us a follow. Make sure you share this episode. Make sure you tell your friends. Ricky, how's your week been?
Um, it's been interesting, I guess you could say.
It has.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't know if this is stuff we talk about on our, if we ever thought about talking about on our podcast, but like, I find it funny and all that stuff, but at the same time, it's something if we should talk about it for a bit.
I feel like you should. Maybe we won't disclose names, but I mean, maybe comments can help you.
No, not that.
Oh, that's not what that we
No,
should not talk about
no,
that. What we're
no,
talking about.
no. That's outside the podcast. I'm talking about the little Nas X thing. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Then yes, we can talk about that. I thought we were talking about something else.
I hate you so much right now.
I was like, maybe we shouldn't disclose names, but we can talk about it if you want.
As soon as you said that part, I was like, nope, that's not what I'm talking about at all, and everything like that. So it's like, if this recording this on Tuesday, this is coming out on Wednesday, everyone
Yep.
should know by now about the Satan shoes, pretty much, and all that stuff.
Yep.
Um, they were on sale for over $1,000. If I remember, $1,000, $1,100, something like that.
Sounds like a steal.
All black. They're like black with the Satanic. I forget the actual name of it.
Pentagram.
Pentagram, the pentagram and all that
Yeah.
stuff, and then the whole. Excuse me. The whole blood on the shoe and inside the shoe and everything like that. Though it's not all of it's blood. It's like a drop. It's like a drop of blood with 60 cc's of dye, red dye in it, and also.
Wow.
And so it's like
Sounds like you're getting gypped out of shoes.
we talked about this on Saturday when you had brought it up to us and all that stuff, and I thought you were joking about it at first.
Yeah,
And
I did too.
and when I looked it up, and I was like, so many things are gonna come out of this and everything like that. And the first thing I told you guys, it's like, it's not the fact of what he did; it's more the fact of what's the reaction gonna be like, and he's gonna get so much clout out of it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
When in all honesty, they're gonna make this a bigger deal than it should be, and literally that's what's been happening and all that stuff. I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen TikToks, and it's more of me seeing TikToks of these and all that stuff about the situation. It's just more of the fact it's like you're just giving him the clout and all that stuff. And he's on my For You page now too.
True. Like his
Own account.
or-
His account is on my For You page. I'm like, that's how you know how much a big deal it is. He's on my For
What do
You
you click
page.
like on the other videos? Is that way, or like do you
No,
watch the videos?
no. This is before I found like 3 particular posts that I found interesting about it and all that stuff. But that was even before I saw those posts. He was on my For You page and all that stuff and everything
Wow.
and everything.
Hey, didn't he get boobs?
What do you mean?
I remember seeing like a post, and it's like he got implants, and then not no more
I think
or something.
I think that was all. I
can't tell
think
if
that
it
was all fake. I think that was all fake if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I
I never
I
kept
don't
up
know
with
for
it.
sure.
I was just like, oh, damn.
Yeah, I don't know for sure or anything
Yeah.
like that, but it's just like, because the thing is like, for me personally, it's like I don't like him. It's not that I don't like him. I respect what he does and as him. As
You don't
a
like his
musician.
music. You don't care for his
I
music.
don't. I don't listen to his music and all that stuff and everything. I don't. For me, it
Yeah.
doesn't. Except for Country Road. That's the only thing I will listen to, if I can.
I liked it Rodeo. The one he did, I think, with Cardi B.
I don't remember.
I think it was Cardi B.
I don't remember. I mean, it's
I
like,
thought Rodeo was dope.
I mean, I respect him as an artist and all that stuff and what he does and everything. And I think I find it funny. It's like with the not I guess you can call it backlash It sounds like saying like people are like saying like kids how kids he like lets kids he's taking kids away to all this and everything like that. I'm like, and he literally said it himself. I think it was in a tweet, if I remember correctly. It's like, it's not his uh, responsibility to take care of,
Company.
yeah, or something like. Wait, what'd you
Oh wait, no. You're talking about the kids thing. I was thinking about the shoes still. Never mind.
say?
Continue.
Yeah, I was like, it's not his responsibility of what his kids do because he's not the parent and all that stuff. It's not his job and everything like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
And
you mean that his kids were following his footsteps? I was
yeah,
meant like he was stealing kids and like.
or something like it was something in relation to something like that, and like and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember correctly.
You're talking about like how people are saying like kids look up to him and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, and it's like
Okay.
and
When
all that
you said
stuff.
it, I thought like he was like taking kids like in.
Metaphorically in a way.
Okay. Okay. Now I get what you mean. I'm
And
like, what is he? I thought he was like sacrificing. I thought you were like gonna say he's sacrificing or something
no,
like
no,
that.
no, 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 no. So
Kind
it's
of.
like
I thought you were saying like you're gonna lay down to like he's like part of that thing. You know, the owl in the forest.
I
That
don't know.
thing.
I don't
I don't know what it is.
know. But it says I for me it's just more like I said it's like he's actually right. It's like
He's not. Yeah. No. He's right. Yeah. I don't know.
you
I
were
said
gonna
he's not.
say. I think you were trying to
He's.
say
I
he.
was gonna say he's not responsible,
Yeah,
and I meant to say he's right at the same time.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I meant to
yeah,
say.
yeah. I get what you're saying and everything. It's like this is a kid. These are kid. If you're worried about kids who are still developing and learning who they are and can easily be, and also that is your responsibility to teach them what's right and wrong and all that stuff, and what not to do and all that stuff,
Yeah.
and everything. And it's just like, and there was this one TikTok I saw from a lady, how she was like making it sound like she was how she should be more. She was pretty much like how like people are like saying how people talk when they're like, oh, this person should be a role model and everything like that. Let's talk about that. She kind of did it like that, but making it more like she's putting more fault on herself as the parent because she should be the one to teach the kid of like, oh, don't do this, don't do that, or like and everything like that.
Yeah.
I forget
What a
how it
parent should
goes.
do.
Yeah, like what a parent should do. Yeah, pretty much, and all that stuff. And it was just fun. And then of course, uh, I was right on when Monday Nike decided to sue the company that made the shoes and everything like that because it's like when you told me this and I was like, there's no way a company that's like Nike would approve this or even greenlight something like this in the overall. And
Yeah.
come Monday, as soon as I saw that pop up, they're suing Nike's put a lawsuit on them for and all that stuff, and I was like, called it and everything
Yeah.
and everything. But I think I just want to get this out the way. Just all that stuff. It's just more of the fact of like, here's the thing about this. Lil Nas X didn't write that song for of just to piss people off. He wrote that song
Yeah.
because of life of what he's gone through in life and everything, especially as a gay man in church and all that stuff. Gay black man in church also and all that stuff also and every for that stuff. Now it's no surprise and all that stuff. Me and Manny do go to a church, a Christian church, and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like I'm not going to judge it. I'm not going to judge Lil Nas X for what he's done because that's not my problem. That's not what I need to do. And all that stuff. I need to focus on
Yeah.
myself and what I need to do for my life and all that stuff. I don't listen to I don't listen to his, and it's not because of what he is and all that stuff. It's more the fact that it's just not my interest and all that stuff with it.
Yeah.
You know, stuff. I respect him as an artist,
Yeah.
and I honestly I applaud him for what he's did this past week, or for what he's done for with this and all that stuff. In all honesty, but at the same time, but the thing is though, it's like know how to teach your kids what's right and wrong, what to do and all that stuff, and what's everything like that, and don't over overzealous every something that you don't know the full story of and all that stuff. And all that stuff of why. So, I mean, for God's sakes, and all that stuff, he killed Lucifer at the end of the video, from what I heard, and all that stuff,
Yeah. He snaps his neck.
and everything, and all that stuff. So it's like there's more to it than what you're seeing from the video and all that stuff, and everything.
And also, I heard like supposedly the video doesn't really mean anything with the song. Supposedly. from what I've heard, it's like the video is just a video and like the
Yeah,
song, and it's like they happen to do it
I honestly like.
like together.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if the actual song, like the lyrics and everything, has no relation to what the video is, because that's not a that's
Yeah, because that they do that a lot, but
yeah, it's like
I don't know. I haven't listened to the song.
yeah,
I've only seen pictures of the video.
that's like a common that's like I'm not gonna say a common thing in music and all stuff with music videos, but it's like don't be surprised if like you
Yeah,
that's what like other songs are like that in music videos for that stuff. So
yeah,
so on, like I said, it's like you can pick and choose what you listen to and what your kids can listen to.
true.
So just because you don't not gonna listen to it doesn't mean everyone should hate you. Nor should they hate on you if you don't like something like that. Just because.
Yeah. Speaking of choosing what we do with our lives, um, Ricky's recently purchased a couple different Zoas, the new energy drink by The Rock. Um,
Oh, I was like,
so
wait, we're going
he's
with this.
gonna give us a taste test of that.
So
I don't know which one you guys are gonna let him take control of this one.
a couple weeks ago, I think we talked about this in a podcast about how they.
Yeah, you talked about you ordered it.
I ordered it, but it and all that
Yeah,
stuff, and
it did come
I was
in.
gonna try to taste it on the next episode, but they happened to come in a day after we
Yeah,
recorded the episode, so it's like I didn't get to do those ones because I got an order of the original and then the lemon lime flavor. So far, I like the lemon lime flavor. It's pretty good. The original, it's not bad, but it's like it's probably something I won't continue to get after this.
is it like Rockstar Original?
No, if it was Rockstar
No.
original, I would drink it. I would drink it.
Is it like
Uh,
Monster Original? Like what Red Bull Original?
no, like if it was any of those, if it was any of those ones, I would drink more of it.
Is it like Venom? Maybe.
I've never tried
Have you
Venom.
drank Venom?
I've never tried Venom, so I can't say that. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's just more. It's bad. It's just more of the fact it's like if I had to get it, I would get it, but it's not something I would get it on a recurring basis and all that stuff. If I have
You
to,
would get a flavor or something.
yeah, I would get I would get the flavor again. So the one I got just that actually came in today. Thank God we recorded a day late and all that stuff. Um, this is the super berry one. I don't remember the particular stuff that's in the super berry, but we're gonna give this a shot now because I had put this in the fridge when I got them, so I would test this now.
He's currently tasting it, by the way, for the audio viewers. Currently
It's not bad.
bringing the
It's not bad.
lymph nodes.
It's not bad. Um, you can taste.
Like blueberry?
You can get the berry. There is some. I do feel blueberry a bit. And everything. So it's not bad, but I like it so far. I like these energy
Okay.
drinks so far. It's like I've been enjoying them having them and all that stuff, and they'll probably come in the because these are supposed to be more of a healthy alternative to energy drinks
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So it might.
So like a bang kind of thing?
Yeah. Apparently,
Or rain?
Bang was a
Yeah.
healthy thing at the moment. I did not know that.
Yeah, bang it.
I
So
just
is rain. Rain's pretty good.
yeah. I kind of like gave up on Bang after a while and everything.
Does Bang have original? No, huh?
Hmm?
There
Like
is no Bang original.
no, they're all
Like just
different
original.
flavors. Yeah, they're just all flavors.
Okay. I was gonna say, I don't remember tasting it unless like we haven't seen it.
Yeah, but it was like,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty good. Super Rare is pretty good. I'm still so far. If I had to do like a ranking so far, because there are more other flavors, lemon lime, super berry, original. So
Okay.
lemon lime at the top. Excuse me, original at the bottom. But yeah, so far so good. Keep doing your thing, Rock. Proud supporter.
Yeah. I'm a pretty big supporter of sports. That was a bad segue. I could have made a better segue. I'm not gonna do it.
There was no way you could segue that one.
Speaking of
Listen to
sport,
that.
yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like,
Well,
maybe. I mean, The Rock
but
was
you
in
know what
Longest
though?
Yard,
You know what
not in
though?
Longest Yard.
You know what the
Impact.
Rock? You know what the Rock wanted to do when he was growing up?
Basketball.
No, he wanted to play in the NFL.
He did. His daughter was there. He went to the Super Bowl, their Super Bowl thing, and he got injured. And then his daughter was like, "I didn't fly out here so that you can be injured in the big game." And then he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna win for you." And then he was like, he had to say like, "I'm going to Fanny's Burgers," something like that.
Are
And then
you
he was
talk?
like, "I'm going
Are
home, with my
I
daughter."
don't think we're talking about the 2017 Disney film, The Game Plan. From what it
Yes, we
sounds
are.
like,
Anyways, so he got to play NFL. Anyways, for those of you who hasn't caught on yet, the NFL is going to be open for open capacity next season. Open full capacity, full
all right,
attendance.
okay, okay. Let's
As of right now, every stadium.
have a further look into this.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's every stadium.
There is a chance that football will have full attendance in this coming
Yes,
season. There's a chance. Now, new season doesn't. Now, this also relays into the fact that we are now getting a 17th game also this season too. So this is
correct.
it comes into that comes into play with this also and everything like that, because that's where this all happened right now, of why we're getting about the whole full stadium thing kind of thing talk right now, and all that stuff,
That is correct.
because as of right now, 17 game, it's going to be regular season is now 17 games with one bye still, no, not two, what players were wanting and all that stuff. Um, and then preseason is going to go down to 3 games for this too,
Okay.
and everything.
Okay.
So we're getting that also now. Back to the whole attendance thing. All right, here we go. That's actually what I was looking for. Thank you, ESPN.com. ESPN, NFL.com. Commissioner Goodell expects NFL expects to have full stadiums in 2021 season. Now that does sound like he's referring to every single stadium in the league.
Okay.
And for that, what it says, yeah. So because the season's 5 months away, season's 5 months away. Now we don't know if full stadiums is going to occur preseason or on the regular season. That's the one other thing, too.
Yeah.
And where is this article about everything? Here we go. This is it. So the NFL season does start, like the actual regular season starts on the September 9th, Thursday night, for that stuff. So we have until now, till that time. Now, the one thing about this is that not everything is fully open on a capacity of like for stadiums and stuff like that.
Correct.
For example, me and Manny live in California. Uh,
That is also correct.
Alameda County, which is like Oakland and everything like that. They just now, because we do a tier based thing here in California for COVID stuff, they've reached orange. So what that means, we are at a capacity. Certain no more like venues, stadiums can now open up to people, all that stuff
That's
and
correct as
everything.
well.
So, but it's not at a full attendance yet and all that stuff. So, but the crazy thing about it though, because to bring this up now and all that stuff and where this can play in, because baseball season starts on Thursday, too, and everything, and out of all the stadiums, only pretty much, I think there's only 2 teams in that state, anyways. Only one state that's gonna have stadiums with full attendance that I know of so far, and that's in the state of Texas and all that stuff.
Astros and the
Rangers
stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
and all that stuff. The Rangers are playing at home this weekend. This week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Rangers are playing at home because the Astros are playing the A's this weekend.
Well, I knew that, but
Yeah.
I didn't know when to say.
Hmm?
I don't know if they both stayed or they both dipped.
No. So the
I
state.
haven't looked at the MLB schedule.
Yeah. So, but the Rangers are gonna have their stadium's gonna be at full capacity, and all and everything.
Wow.
So that's gonna be what I guess you could say the true test and all that stuff.
That's good.
Especially right now with Texas also lifting the mask mandate and everything like that. Everything's reopened too and everything like that. Though businesses can still do mandate mask and all that stuff too.
They can't enforce them. Yeah.
Yeah, and all that stuff, which I find it so weird how people are complaining about that and all that stuff when business can actually do that kind of stuff even if there wasn't a state mandate and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah, really.
so so pretty much Thursday is going to be a big eye, especially at the Rangers game on how that goes. Because the also crazy part about this right now is there's a chance of uh, spike cases happening again, another rise of cases happening. Right when we're getting to the point of vaccine distribution getting here faster now and all that stuff. Here in the state of California, I think it's on the 19th is when people over the age of 16 can now get the vaccine at will and all that stuff. I could be wrong on that date. I could be wrong. But 16th or the 19th of April is when that can happen, though. So it's like, and then plus, like I said, distribution of vaccines just everywhere in the country is starting to looks like it's starting to speed up a bit more and all that stuff. Apparently, there's this thing in New York where they're implementing with vaccine passports and everything
I've seen this. That's kind of cool.
and everything.
That's kind of cool.
So it's like, but in the state of Florida, they're looking into ways of banning the opportunity of having vaccine passports, and I'm just like, I was like,
That's Florida, though.
exactly.
Florida
Uh,
gonna be Florida.
so like coming like September 5, like I said, 5 months away till football season starts. But there's, in all honesty though, it's nice to see that we're getting this
Society's moving on.
like it looks like that, but at the same time, anything can happen in the next 5 months. If we've learned anything with
That
COVID,
is true.
if
That is
we've learned
true.
anything with COVID, anything can happen with COVID. And like we can be like Pat Mac, we can be like on the Pat McAfee show today and be all excited like we beat COVID because of football stadiums and all that stuff.
I mean, yeah,
I can
it's a big step. It is definitely a big step in the hopefully in the right direction. I mean, hopefully this can, open up possibilities to obviously more MLBs, more MLB stadiums, NFL stadiums, more NHL stadiums, and like theaters and
well, it's just more of just
malls, shopping centers.
for stadiums particularly. I think it's just more of just getting people in them. I mean, they're open, but they're not
Yeah,
they're limited to certain things such as either it's
yeah. No, I
personnel
meant
and
like
teams.
full capacity.
Okay. Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, yeah. It's a big step in that direction. I mean, if this goes good, hopefully we can get more things open, like I said, such as theaters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then maybe even theme parks, which brings us into our next topic. Um, Disneyland is rumoredly, yeah, I'm getting better at the whole segues. Um, that's a bad joke, can't say that. Disney's potentially working
That's
out a deal with the
that's the
city
key
of
word right there.
Anaheim.
Potentially.
Yeah, potentially, um, gonna work out a deal with the city of the Anaheim, um, to work out an expansion. They would,
No, no, no. Because when you said it like that, for some reason it came into the back of my head. Because when the Angels, the baseball team, the Angels, decided to change from Anaheim to L.A.
yeah,
It was originally Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, and I was like,
what the,
that why? And then they dropped the of Anaheim thing and all that stuff. Though they still play in Anaheim, and I'm like, y'all are weird.
yeah, why is that a thing?
I don't know, it's the
um, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right. I've never heard of that. So
it was just because like when you
uh,
said that,
um,
when you said it like that, it just kind of reminded me of that.
Disneyland of the Anaheim, is is currently working on a potential deal with the city of Anaheim to expand their parks and their hotels. Um, because they made like a weird deal. I don't know the logistics of it or the actual factual stuff of it, but they can't just, even though it's their property, their land, they own that piece of land. They can't just tear up a parking lot and make a theme park on it. Um, can't remember the logistics of it. I know it's some kind of a legal thing they did, but they did that a couple years ago, probably a lot of years ago actually. So yeah, so they're gonna present this to the city of Anaheim. They have a page, Disney Legacy? No, not Legacy.
DisneylandForward.com.
There you go. Forward's the movement name. You can go there and it explains all the different things they want to do, all the different things they're gonna explain and bring up in the whole meeting. So I recommend if you're a big park goer, big Disney lover, you check out there. We won't be covering the logistics of it or the factual or the little details of it.
Because that is
We're just gonna give our opinions on
so
it.
much. So
Yeah, I
much.
mean, like everything on this podcast, we don't really go into logistics. We just kind of give our own opinion. So yeah, so Ricky, what do you think about this potential expansion to the parks?
We talked about this a lot. We talked about this when we first saw this, and I think the one thing that was always the one thing we thought of is like, what can it be, in particularly, like, is it gonna be a whole new park? Um, is it pretty much a way? Is this something that's just gonna be, or is this gonna be something that's open to the public in a way, and all that stuff, like how Downtown Disney is in a way, like so pretty much like an expansion of Downtown Disney almost in a way, kind of sorta, but way much
Yeah,
bigger, and all that stuff.
like
Uh,
Disney Springs in Florida.
there we go. Um, After looking, like I finally got on the website and I looked at it more, and you did mention, and you did mention to me about the fact how it's supposed to also connect to the land to the main parks also, and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Looking at what the possible chance of what it could be and all that stuff from the mapping detail they provide. Uh, so it is most likely looking like it could be just a separate park entirely,
yeah.
but with connections to either Disneyland or California Adventure and all that stuff, and then it also connects to the hotels too. Oh,
Uh, Now
I'm
the one
seeing
takeaway
this
that
more and
a
more
lot
better now.
I've received or I've thought of that people been bringing up, people been kind of like trying to dive into this one piece of concept art we have, that's just like zoning you can think of.
Well, I'm
Um,
on. I'm
a lot of
looking
people been,
I'm looking at the website and looking at the from the map above map perspective
yeah,
and seeing how it
that's
works.
like the one photo that we mainly have.
Mm.
A lot of people are like diving into that to see what it shows. I don't think this is anywhere near concept art because first off, it's not even
Oh
approved
no!
by the city of Anaheim.
Oh no! 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 No!
So
The thing.
personally, I wouldn't look at the art
No.
to
No.
like get hopes up on trying to figure out what things are. Uh,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The fact that the map that I'm looking at has all this already set up, like of what could go where. They already
yeah.
have this. They had this plan for a while now, and this is probably
Uh,
what's probably not. I wouldn't say final product come time, but like damn
yeah.
near close. Because like here's the thing, because like here's the thing, like this is not like a 5 year thing that's gonna happen. In all honesty, this is not something
No,
that's gonna happen in
definitely
five
not.
years. This is gonna happen like time and time. Where and then this could act where at a point this could actually change from between now and then.
Oh, definitely. This is going to be constantly changing. I mean, some stuff you might see actually happening, like maybe the mountain that you see to I think it's the left of the map,
Yeah.
surrounded by water. I feel like that might be potentially like a big thing, just because it takes up so much of the map, and the area surrounding it. I feel like that can be something that it'll most likely change in some ways,
Well,
but it'll most likely stay the same.
where the mountain is, that's supposed to be the potential frozen area.
Yeah, and I feel like I mean, they might drop Frozen, they might bring in another
No,
thing,
no, no.
but you're probably looking at the same thing.
This is not.
Yours probably gonna be the same thing.
I don't think they're gonna drop Frozen.
They might.
Between now and then, we'll see. Between now and then, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll have
But
to
if
see.
like, cause like
Um, yeah.
the potential lands on this based off from the website was Frozen, Tangled, Peter Pan, along with Zootopia, uh, Toy Story Land, but I think that's gonna be somewhere. I don't know if that's somewhere. And then there's plans of actually putting in the Tron ride that's in Shanghai and all that stuff.
And coming to Florida, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, from a mountain range, I don't think it could be Zootopia. That doesn't.
No,
I don't see.
the mountain clearly portrays for Frozen. So then all that stuff.
Does Frozen even have a mountain in it?
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah. Arendelle has a
I just
mountain.
remember woods.
Arendelle?
Does it look brown though? That's the thing.
No, it does not
That
look
looks like
brown.
it's very clearly dirt. Like
No, there's a
it looks
mountain
like it's
on.
like a Big Thunder area.
How else did Elsa make her way up to the up to that place to make that ice castle?
She's an earthbender. Uh, easy. Um, maybe Anna's an earthbender. No, but you'll see some things change, some things stay the same. This is by no means an official rendering. Uh, some like I said, the big things will most likely be set in stone. But little things that you see on the side is probably it might just be filler. Uh, so yeah, we'll see as time goes on, and we'll be covering that from once we hear more word. I mean, we're not just gonna do little tiny things. We'll wait and make sure things are official and make sure things are good enough to say. But we'll be keeping up
Wait a minute.
on the videos about that. Um, so yeah, I personally think it's an expansion on both parts. Uh, so that most likely be what it is.
Looking at this
I
map
know a lot
more,
of people
you could
do
be
as well.
right.
How they're Yeah,
Cause
I
like,
think it's the expansion.
cause I'm looking at I'm reading the legend more
Yeah,
of it and how the map shows it on the website. Like most of the area is based off the color of that legend. So one side is particularly clearly Disneyland, and the other side is clearly California Adventure. So there is gonna be a
yeah.
split between those two. There's not. It sucks. I was literally
It's not
hoping.
gonna be a new part.
No. I'm fine with the fact of like it's being they're connected to their expansions to the two big parks, but my thought for the fact was that new area is still like even though you can go into them separately, and this there's probably a reason to them doing this too. Uh, it wasn't gonna split off. It's actually the new area is still connected and all that stuff. But I think that's only
Yeah,
and all that stuff. But like you can go to both sides at no matter what and all that stuff. It's just when
yeah,
if you're going into the main part, the actual parks, that's where the whole you have to have the correct pass and all that stuff to come in. Maybe I don't know, but I'm guessing
yeah.
that's not going to be the fact. That's not going to be the deal and all that stuff.
No, if it's an expansion, it's gonna be yeah. Because if it was a third part that connected to both, that'd be extremely weird. Because how would they do passes?
Well, because my
Uh,
thing was like you still buy like the pass you buy for that park will still
yeah.
give you access to that new one no matter what. Even if you
Oh, okay.
like one is Disneyland, but if you just did Disneyland, but you still have access to the new area. But the
Yeah,
but when it comes to that one side area that goes back to California Adventure, that's where it
yeah,
stops and all that stuff.
yeah.
Vice versa, or unless you
Uh,
had the hopper.
I understand that. I do understand that, but it'll be kind of weird.
No,
Like
yeah,
just midway through the park and then he
yeah,
stops. Like, oh, you can't get back here because you don't have a hopper or
yeah.
you only have a 1 day park pass. Like it's really weird. Um,
Well, I don't think the one
not
day.
not for me, but like
Oh,
for like people that have just the one park pass. Like if you just have a one park pass, I know a lot of people that get them. It'd be kind of weird, like seeing the park that's clearly connected, but you can't get into that side because it's a different park, considered a different park. That's kind of weird to me.
well, yeah,
That would be like because it if they connected it, it would feel just like another land getting put in. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's like, well, you don't have access to this land, so that's kind of weird.
But
If
that's
it
where I was
was a
like,
big park that
that's
was
where it
connected,
like kind of confused me at points because it was like,
yeah,
because like if this is a third, like we can say what it is, no matter what it is, because we won't know until this thing actually comes to life
yeah.
and everything.
First off, because first step is actually getting it confirmed that they can do it.
Yeah, and all that stuff. Though it is their land
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
yeah.
That's the funny part. That's the more crazy
But
part
it
about that.
from what I see, I don't. I have to get the. I'll try to get the information on that legal thing that they did because they signed that a couple years ago or quite a while ago nowadays. That they couldn't. That they had to get permission from the state. I forgot the whole deal it was,
It's
but
probably because of businesses and all that stuff.
yeah. But I mean, if they own that land, because they're supposedly it's gonna be on Lilo and Stitch parking lot and a couple
Yeah,
other parking lots and stuff. So like it's not like they're
Yeah,
gonna close down the Denny's. Like they're not shutting down Denny's and hotels.
yeah,
Like they're just expanding on what they have. So it's weird.
yeah. Well,
But
because it's like not only because it's not only
yeah.
this new third park. There's also a new area in particularly
Yeah.
that's for like mainly like retail and all that stuff and everything,
Yeah.
and for and like maybe some
Yeah.
theme rides, theme park kind of like stuff to it. But it doesn't look like it's more of a. But it is separate from everything. So it is this one looks more open to the public too
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So that's gonna be interesting about it. Um,
Yeah, it seems really interesting. Yeah. I imagine this one hopefully getting passed. I know they did just try to do the hotel a couple of years ago at this point already, and it was denied by Anaheim. But from what I can see, I mean Anaheim would really benefit on this as a city, uh,
it goes definitely
money
well.
wise.
I mean, it's not. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
You have that whole area is literally Disneyland and then the convention center next across the street from it,
yeah. I mean, and
and then
I from what I've heard,
nuts.
Anaheim kind of needs it at this point, especially during the pandemic right now. Um, unless I know Disney was asking for quite a bit of money for the hotel to do the hotel. So
Mm-hmm.
unless for some reason Anaheim can't afford it, because Disney's, asking money for this, I kind of understand that. Um, but unless Disney's paying most of it,
I mean,
it's kind of a dumb
I
thing
think
not
they
to do
can afford it. I mean, they do have 100 million
it.
subscribers to Disney Plus,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
that's true.
they just
Um,
raised prices to that subscription service too.
oh, they did. Oh, I forgot about
Mm-hmm.
that. Yeah. So, hopefully this gets passed, and hopefully we get to see more these lands evolve and start to grow and take shape.
Yeah,
So yeah,
and
we'll be covering that in the future.
I'm looking at the one of the pages. It's I think it's their limitations section of this page, and
Yeah.
they're showing there's different sides of how their uses and approvals from back in the 90s and then what it looks like today.
Yeah.
So it's like from Cars Land on the today part from Cars Land and Star Wars Galaxy Edge to the new Pixar Palace parking structure. Disney has spent billions of dollars over the last 2 decades investing in theme park experience and infrastructures. While Disney has development rights and the desire to continue investing in Anaheim, the space to develop integrated offerings is severely limited. Without broadening the uses allowed within each district or demolishing and replacing many beloved theme park attractions, further integration, development, and theme park investment are not possible. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. I don't know as much really, honestly. But it seems like for the
I would
fact
have to.
because like
Yeah.
they have the ability to make changes and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but there is limitations to what they can do and all that stuff for that stuff. And it looks like not just within the
Yeah.
what just not just from maybe approvals and also from the county, but also within the park itself and all that stuff
Yeah. Do the zoning and
and all that
it's
stuff.
the whole
Because like
zoning thing.
looking
I
at their
think.
zonings and all that stuff and their areas of what they have, based off what they because like looking at this stuff, like most of the land stuff, including the parking stuff, is all theirs and all for this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just like more of the fact because like I can see where you're losing because pretty much looking at how everything is, you're losing a parking lot, you're losing 3 parking lot spots, pretty much. But it looks like they're trying to expand on the current ones to make it more better and all that stuff. Because based off
Yeah.
one of the concept arts, too, one of them was like a multi-floor parking garage, also
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So it's like it's not they're trying as much as they want to expand on the parks. They are looking into the fact of how to get the parking situated better for them, too,
Yeah.
and for that stuff and everything. And it's like because like the Toy Story lot is where that new retail and for business stuff area is gonna be at too. Now I can see a
Correct.
point where that can
Yeah.
be a big deal, but at the same time, it's like if the current stuff you have based off where you're gonna have a chance of have existing like because you still existing parking stuff, and of course there's gonna be a new
Yeah. Because you
parking
still have
area.
Mickey and Friends.
Yeah,
You still have no Toy Story's going. Lilo and Stitch is going. I can't think of any right now to be honest.
yeah. So it's like
We always use Mickey and Friends, so I don't.
so, and then the other thing about it is like from on back to parking and transportation, they also wrote something about to support future development over the next few decades. Disney plans on significantly invest in transportation, parking, transit, and pedestrian safety measures to improve mobility throughout the Anaheim resort. In the future, Disney envisions creating a new parking destination in the east side of the Anaheim resort, which includes a pedestrian bridge, which with upgraded entrance accessibility for hotels, businesses located along Harbor Boulevard, which is like the main street, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. And in addition, Disney will continue to work with area businesses and the city to invest in and encourage the use of public transit and ride sharing for our cast and guests. So they are trying to figure out a way to for that stuff too, because like
Yeah.
and all
For
that
local
stuff
businesses and
help
like
every
there's plenty of
nearby.
hotels and like IHOPs across the street
Oh
that
yeah,
they need to take in consideration as well.
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I know they tried doing that bridge when they pitched the hotel the first time. I
Mm-hmm.
think it was in 18 or 19, I think is when they pitched it the first time
Mm-hmm.
to the city of Anaheim. And they pitched the hotel and they also pitched the pedestrian bridge that we go across. So it looks like they're really trying to help people get to the parks easier, as well as try to work the best situation for everybody, the local businesses, the city, and as well as themselves. So it seems like they're trying to do the best for the city. I mean,
But you
from
also
what
have
I've
to look
seen,
at
from what I've hearing, but
but you have to also look at it this way. It's like for doing all this, and this is a lot of construction. It's like, and yes, this kind of like thing may like have a like ending thing that might not look good, but like you have to look at the jobs that this could bring into the air and all that
yep,
stuff, from the construction to the point of getting new people into these new areas, also
yeah.
and all that stuff. So that's a lot of stuff. And yes, on the construction point, it is a temporary thing in a way, kind of sort of, because it's for a
Well, they
section.
have their own construction people.
Even better,
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah. Yeah, as well as like I mean, what was it called? Disney Academics, I think. That's the one that they hire students and then they train them on their property as like a to be a cast member and stuff as well as you're going to school and stuff like that. Disney Academics, I think it is.
Something
So
like that.
that would obviously bring new positions for them as well to be in these different lands. So that's really good too. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, One thing I always didn't understand is if you go to a Disney hotel, not right Disney World hotel right now because Disneyland is closed. If you're currently staying at a Disney World hotel, yes, they have a TV, yes, they have, regular cable. They don't have Disney Plus. There's not Disney Plus in any of
Wait, wait, wait,
the
wait, wait,
rooms.
wait.
So that's kind of crazy.
So, are you trying to tell me that your concern about that is that they don't have Disney Plus built in to the thing?
I just feel like they would have like not like in
No, no, no.
free Disney Plus. I'm
But
saying
more or
like it
like
would
the app
the
in
app is
general.
there so
The
you
app
can
in
log
general.
in.
Well,
Yeah.
that probably just depends on the TVs themselves and all that stuff too. You have to look at that because
Yeah,
what they
that's
use for
true.
TVs and all that stuff. Because not all the TV itself may not be a smart TV and all that stuff and everything like that. Or for the
That
fact
is
that
true.
it is a smart TV but doesn't have all the apps. Though most TVs now should have every single app, and all that stuff. But
Uh,
anyways,
I
I
don't.
digress.
I know on mine I don't have a couple apps that I
Here's
can't
here's
get.
what you
It's kind of weird.
here's what you do. Uh, i.e., say Disneyland Hotel gets a few upgrades. Get nice new TVs that have app support and everything. Disney Plus right there. Just make sure you sign out because you ain't. Just make sure you
That
sign in the
is
account.
true.
All that
That
stuff.
is true.
Or it's like they have the TVs or it has like a built-in, not built-in, but like Apple TVs installed with it or Chromecast installs and all that stuff and everything like that.
Yeah.
Or just have the TVs that have HDMI access so that way you can just bring it yourself and all that stuff.
True. That is true. You can get a Roku or
Bring your Roku or
Apple.
something, Apple TV,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So
Plug in Chromecast.
I got
Cause I'd be disappointed if I went to the Disney parks currently and I had to miss a new episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I knew you were gonna probably bring in. I knew when you started Disney Plus, like he's trying to segue something, but I want to bring this up
Yeah.
real
Yeah.
quick on their
All
website.
right.
So they do have an FAQ on the website, and then I want to go through like a couple of these questions. and all that stuff. So the first one is pretty much what we were talking about earlier, which why are you seeking these approvals now? Um, the answer put is it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe it's been an entire year since Disneyland Resort closed its park gates to guests. Oh God.
Yeah,
We've taken this time. We've taken this time to look forward, which is smart, and we realize that in order to invest in a way that makes sense, not just for Disney but our entire community, we need to seek out ways to create integrated experiences. In order to do that, we need updated development approvals from the city. Uh, the public review and approval process will take time. Starting today, this process will allow us to take one step forward. So it looks like for the fact of these approvals in particularly, pretty much since the last that they have changed since and all that stuff, and they need to make sure like these updated information should do development, especially for something like what they're trying to do right now and all that stuff with
yeah,
not just the new park in the area, but also that the other small area too, needs to fit in with the standards and all that stuff.
yeah.
Another thing, let me see here. It says, okay, what do you have planned? We are in the very beginning stages of the process, i.e., anything you see in these concept arts could change. In all honesty, while the project will be refined over time, we hope to explore the creation of integrated experiences featuring new theme park attractions, dining, retail, hotel, and more. Right now, we don't have any specific projects planned for the future for the future. So everything, like again, everything we're seeing is not set in stone and all that stuff. Though it would be cool to see that Frozen one. I'm not gonna lie. Um,
Why do you like that? That's not cool.
and all that stuff. And I was like,
I don't. I can't see that.
you don't like Frozen. You just don't like Frozen because of just what it is
I
and all
like
that stuff.
Frozen one.
You
I
like
like
Frozen one
Frozen one.
and all that stuff.
I do like Frozen one. I'm
Mm,
not gonna say I don't like Frozen because I do like Frozen.
and all that stuff
That was a good show.
and
It's not.
everything.
It's not the best princess movie.
I mean, the rumored Wakanda thing that you sent me earlier in the week. That's a
That would be
possibility
dope.
too. That's a possibility too.
That
Though
doesn't
I
even
don't
have
know
to be a ride.
why.
That can just be there.
Though I don't know why you would have that separate from Avengers Campus and California Adventure.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Yeah,
I feel like they just put it in because they were like, well, we wanted to have an Avengers campus. We can't do it, so let's put it in the concept.
yeah.
Maybe. I don't
So
know.
and then okay, and then
Or not. It maybe it could be something else that like looks like a panther. Maybe it's like a.
no, let's
I
not.
don't know what else it could
Let's
be.
not. All right, and then but this last sentence, and I think this is something people will need to hear. Uh, to be clear, and this is in bold that Disney put. Disney is not seeking any public funding for Disneyland Forward, nor are we seeking any additional square footage or hotel rooms beyond what is currently approved and allowed. Rather, we are simply asking to update our existing approvals to allow for integrated development to be located and built on Disney properties. So,
I know, dude. I had my checkbook ready, dude. I was about to send Disneyland money, dude.
and all that stuff.
I was about to
So
be
this is
like,
not asking
yeah,
for public funds.
let's-
Again, this is something that they're doing on existing land that they need updated approvals on, so that way they can do this stuff
come on, man.
and all that stuff. And it did. Why is this next question? What will the cost of Disneyland Forward be to the city of Anaheim? This effort will be privately funded by Disney. Disney is not seeking any public funding as part of the Disneyland Forward.
They're like, we just explained this.
We
No
just
public
explained
funding.
this in the last question. In the last question.
They're like, why are you
And all
asking
that
us again?
stuff. But yeah, there's a lot more stuff on here about it. It's more like how it packs traffic. Are you going to build another land? Will you build another hotel? Parking and all that stuff. And what will you do first as a result of Disneyland Forward? Oh, okay, that's something interesting at the moment. Why is the last question saying when will Disneyland and California Adventure parks open? End of
April
April.
30th.
Oh, okay. But this actually gives me an answer to my thing. There will be a reservation system in place that will allow guests with a valid theme park ticket to make reservations for entrance into a particular park on a particular day, subject to availability. For more information, please visit our website. So that is something I need to go for something else.
That is correct.
But anyways, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to this. In all
Yeah,
honesty.
yeah, me too. Me too. I'm really happy to see a new area of the park unveiled. Really excited to see that they want to broaden the park and make it more, you know, more
Well, I
attractions.
mean, like, especially now that you have like, cause like, with, uh, Disney being the conglomerate that it is, with not just their own properties, but now, like outside within Disney and Pixar, you have Marvel. I mean, which they're doing with Avengers Campus in Disney and California Adventure. We have Galaxy Edge for Star Wars and the Disneyland Park and all that stuff. And you do want to capitalize on those ones also, and then but also expand, like, because you now have like a new set of stuff that you haven't been able to present as much in the parks in general, in a way. Like that's like the whole Frozen thing. Like, if this was like a thing happening sooner, Frozen makes sense to have it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
True.
I mean, like and then like, but then there's other. They have other stuff that's been like more recent and all that stuff that can make sense and all that stuff to
Yeah.
add and everything.
Yeah, like
Um,
we're gonna be getting Runaway Railway over here.
yeah,
We just they just refurbished Snow White. They added new things in the Snow White ride. So they're gonna be not just new parks, they're also gonna be refurbishing and adding new to their old rides as well. So they're showing that they're not forgetting their old rides as well. They're going to be bringing new features to their new attractions. So that's kind of cool. We'll keep you guys updated on that as we get new information. Uh, and
just be
yeah,
excited.
yeah. You know what else I was excited for? You know what else I was excited for?
Boy, was this an episode?
Black Widow. Can't wait for Black Widow. Can't wait for
Why you
Black
gotta?
Widow.
Why you get? Why
It's
you
gonna
so?
be an awesome movie. I'm hyped for it. I'm kidding. Well, I
Wait,
am hyped for Black
we
Widow.
didn't talk
Black
about
Widow.
that though.
That's not what I'm talking about. But Black Widow?
About the delay, because that was after we recorded, right? Last week's episode.
No, I think we talked about it.
I don't
I
remember.
remember talking about Black Widow pretty
No,
recently.
when did I send that article? Hold on,
Uh,
let me check. Because I think that's
I can't
probably
remember when you said that.
and all that stuff. Let me give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm trying
Okay,
to.
so currently Ricky's looking to
I
see if
am
we
looking up
talked
the
about
Disney
Black
Plus
Widow, which I'm
article.
pretty sure we did.
Disney Plus.
For those of you guys who don't know, Black
Mark.
Widow is post delayed.
That was posted on the 23rd, which is the day we released that episode, last week's episode. So we have not talked
Oh,
about
okay,
it.
then we just talked about it then.
Let's talk
My
about it
bad.
now
So,
so we can get this out the way. Because it does lead into something
okay,
else. It will
well,
lead into something else. And all that stuff.
yeah.
So I can sum it up real quick. So
Okay, yeah, just set up real quick.
Black Widow is delayed to July 9th. No longer coming in May. Sad. But not only is it delayed to July 9th, it is going to be, not only is it going to be in theaters, it is coming to Disney Plus using their Premier Access thing,
Fine.
which will be 30, which of course will be the $30 for you to have access to it early, and have it to watch it from home and everything. Now, hopefully by July the theaters will be open and all that stuff where you have it. But the fact that there's not only, especially for the fact that they're doing this with the Marvel movie and all that stuff, because they always try to make
Especially
these
such a
theaters.
big Marvel movie for what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah, but I think it's because like there's like a couple things that are coming that I think that made this happen, and from what I understand, well,
Zack Snyder's Justice League.
no, definitely not,
No? Oh,
definitely not.
okay.
So one is for the fact of the success of the shows and everything. WandaVision being the big hit of what it did. Falcon and Winter Soldier so far with 2 episodes in being amazing so far. Probably doing this was probably be the best bet for them, especially if depending on how COVID does between now and July. That way it gives them the option of not only still having it in theaters, so that way people can watch it as it's intended to be, but it also gives them the option for people who are going to watch it at home and all that stuff.
Because what? Say the worst possible thing happens, we go back into lockdown.
Or like
Or California.
or at
Yeah.
least
I mean, right now they're losing a lot of California viewers if they just do theaters.
yeah,
Because more than half of California theaters aren't open currently.
yeah. Well,
Like
it
that.
depends on what county you're in. Here in
Yeah,
California
that's true.
and all that
That's true.
stuff. Yeah, but like a lot can happen between now and July, as much how like I said it with the football game. with the football capacity between now and September, and it's one of the bets of like we said, as we said, is for the fact of it's like probably pushing it was probably the better bet because the fact of though it's in May, something can happen between now and May, and all that stuff with because it does seem like there's a rise in cases a bit, but I just don't know where exactly in the states. Um, and then bringing it to Disney Plus with the premiere access will benefit that. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm probably gonna do theaters and this.
You're gonna watch it in Adobe Cinema,
We're gonna watch it in Dolby Digital. You
surround sound.
said Dolby Cinema,
There you go. Okay,
Dolby Cinema.
okay. That's let's just pray that.
If and that's but that's
Let's just
also
pray
if
theaters
our
are open.
that's if our potential plan goes into place too. Also,
True. I mean, if worse comes worse, we'll get some of those Apple thingies and put them around your house, and
I have,
and, and
I'm
watch
good.
it.
I'm good.
We'll get a couple of those Dolby, not Dolby, Apple Dolby things. Put them all around your house,
Oh, the
and then
HomePods.
have a yeah. We'll get some of those home pods, put them around your house, and we'll have Dolby Cinema at your
Dude, when I
house.
found out about that, that
That
seems so cool. My,
sounds so cool. Like you can like listen to the movie in your like bathroom or kitchen. That's tight. You
well,
don't even have to like pause the movie. You can like go take a number one in the bathroom and like listen to the movie the whole time.
talk about surround sound.
That'd be terrifying though. like
It's
like
like
if you were taking like a number
because it's
two.
like because you know how like surround sound, it's like moving surround sound, how it like goes from one end to the other.
Yeah,
Like say it's like the ship is going from one end to the other to the and that speakers in the freaking
yeah,
bathroom. Next thing you know, it's like oh my,
yeah.
oh my
Or like if you're in the bathroom and like it happens to be like someone shooting from like from the like right side of the screen.
I do want to
Pretty
bring up.
terrifying.
I do want to bring up though, since the fact of Black Widow now going to Disney Plus via Premier Access, I've been seeing the whole TikToks and stuff, memes and stuff like that. I was like, I'm going to the theater to see this and everything like that. And then when this comes out on the 9th, and I'm like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you doing this to people? Like, come on, like,
Yeah.
$30 for. And this depends if they're gonna do the whole how that works with the other premiere movies. So it's like because it's pretty much like a 3 month early access before it hits Disney Plus, like how it did with Mulan and Raya. And so it's like so you're spending dollars and it's yours to keep on your subscription and all that stuff on your as long as your Disney Plus is active. Now and all that stuff. Now $30. People may say that's too much. I'm like
You get
say
three friends, pay $10 each.
so yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. So like listen, so check this out. Say for the fact $30. Tickets, particularly here in California, are what? $10 to $15 and all that stuff. And but that also depends on what kind of format you're watching it in and all that stuff, whether it be regular, IMAX, Dolby Cinema, and everything like that. Food and drinks. Yes, yes, yes. I know people that do the whole put it in somebody's purse and all other stuff or anything like that, so that way they
Yeah,
don't go into saves you money and everything like that. Well, duh. Of course, things are going to be expensive in the theaters and all that stuff. That's how they get their. That's how theaters get their money most of the time. And all
the
that
one I
stuff.
do is I do the you know that one over there across the street from Bass Pro.
Yeah,
So the thing is, you gotta go to Red Robin. You gotta get a burger to go. Okay. So after you get a burger to go, then you put it in your girlfriend or whoever you're with. If they have a purse, you put it in their purse, right?
uh,
Then you put that styrofoam thing that it comes in. You gotta put that in a Ziploc bag so they can't smell it.
yeah,
You gotta put that in the purse, and you just get like a drink. And
yeah,
you got a burger and soda in the movie theater.
yeah. But like that's my thing. Also, it's like I'm just saying it's like, but then again, it's like if you're doing that, you're spending what? How much on that burger?
Unless you got a coupon.
If you don't have a coupon. Stop trying to
Uh,
make the save money and all that stuff. And I'm trying to like make a
well,
point.
but then you got fries though. Then you got the unlimited fries.
How you gonna get unlimited fries when you
You go across the street, get a refill, and come
can I get my
back.
fries? It's like I'm missing this part.
Yeah.
But like the other
Um.
thing is also it's like if you're buying snacks galore and all that stuff, that's a good $5 to $10 right there already.
Yeah. Now, what I usually do is I just go to Dollar Tree and get like those dollar things.
Or if you do
That's
that,
usually
yeah,
all I do.
yeah. So
But
it's
one
like,
thing I do spend is I do get a drink because like it's worth it.
yeah. But then again, it's like my stubs is about to get reactivated soon, and everything.
I'm gonna wait a little bit longer, but I'm gonna activate it sometime soon. I'm
All
gonna
that
wait a little bit
stuff.
longer.
Did you had cancel it before COVID already though?
Yeah, about a month before COVID.
Okay, so you're good. Mine
I
was
just
always,
wasn't using it anymore.
yeah, mine was
Yeah.
always active and everything. So, but it got suspended once COVID
Shut off.
hit. Once COVID hit and everything, and it's on. They said like they won't activate it until you do it yourself. But
Oh, okay. So
there was
once
a
you
deadline.
like
There
do
was a
your first,
deadline. They did have a deadline, but I have to double check that and everything like that because if I can still hold it off, I'll probably wait until July.
yeah,
But if not, that's fine. Um, so
you can go see New Mutants.
it's not gonna be in theaters anymore. I don't know what's gonna be
Yeah,
in
that was a
theaters
good
in all
movie.
honesty. Um,
Dude, I got a
and then plus like
notification that they were showing like
I'm
Grease.
I'm getting the vaccine anyway, so we'll see how that goes. And but I don't know. At the same time, it's like I'm just saying the $30 is reasonable. In all honesty,
Yeah, cause like you don't have to. I mean, yeah, you gotta pay, but like you can invite people. Like what is
invite
six
people.
friends? That's yeah, six friends. That's $5 each.
Hmm.
Uh, three friends. That's $10 each.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like they're watching
I
it for
can't do.
that.
I can't do like.
They're probably gonna watch it for that. Your friends are watching for the one time, but it's yours. It's yours to keep at any time because it's your account.
You don't tell them that. You don't tell them that. That's that doesn't help. If you're like, oh, you guys pay
But and
one
then
time, but I
but
get to
also
see
you
whenever
also
I
have to
want. You
look at
don't
the
tell them
fact
that.
that there is 100 million subscribers to Disney Plus already and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So most likely it's like I'm just saying if you're that person that is gonna stay and not go to the theater still and all that stuff because of this and everything like that, it's gonna be worth the $30.
Oh, definitely.
Awesome. And what's kind of funny though too now, uh, the movies that are coming out this year are kind of like a month or two apart now. If I'm
Oh, wow.
correct. So July is Black Widow. Um, I think it's September. September is Shang Chi because I got delayed also since
Oh,
because of
okay.
Black Widow, and then November is a couple months later is November for Eternals, and then the next month in December is Spider Man. So
Oh,
in that, so let's say July, August, September, October, November, December. In that 6 month span, those final 6 months, four Marvel movies.
it's a lot of movies.
That is a lot of Marvel movies. And then don't let's not forget the shows too that are still coming out around the rest of the year.
True. So we get
Loki,
even more. We get
Loki,
Loki.
What
Um.
If,
Um.
Hawkeye, and Miss
Yeah,
Marvel.
Hawkeye.
I
Miss
think,
Marvel. There you
uh,
go.
yeah,
Yeah.
for those ones. I think
Uh,
I
I mean,
Miss
is What If like? I mean, yeah, I know What If is
is alternate.
MCU canon, but like
Not yeah.
it's like not really the big storyline, huh?
It's multiple story. Each episode will be like multiple stories of different scenarios and stuff
Okay.
and all that stuff.
Yeah,
But it's
because
still
it's like the
cool.
whole alternate thing. Like,
Yeah,
what if this happened?
but it's
Yeah,
still
it's
cool
still cool.
because
Yeah, it just doesn't give storyline to the main universe.
yeah,
It's,
because it does reflect the MCU characters and all that stuff. Just
yeah.
different like scenarios and all that stuff of what could happen and all that stuff.
Wasn't that Chadwick Boseman's like last project, right? Because he voiced
Yeah,
in What If, didn't he?
he still
Okay.
he voiced T'Challa for What If. So that's pretty much his pretty much his big last MCU thing he did.
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
that. But it's like the fact that we're getting 6 months we're getting four movies in 6 months, four MCU movies in 6 months. Oh
That is cool.
my god! If you're an AMC Stubs member, A list member, you should be excited right now. And all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then like again, Loki, What If, Hawkeye, and then maybe Miss Marvel because I don't know for sure if that's supposed to be 2021. Um, that's gonna be insane. That's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane.
Speaking of Black Widow, did you buy Raya?
No, The only reason
Oh,
why, because it's like I didn't. It wasn't a movie, and it's not that the movie didn't interest me. It's just more the fact that it was like it wasn't something that I was like excited in a way. Like I do want
damn,
to
that's
watch
messed
it.
up. What if your niece wanted to watch it? That's messed up.
Well, because here's the thing, my niece and my sister were at my house not that long ago. My sister had asked about it. It's like, is Raya available? It's like, is it good? It's like, I don't know. It's like, because it's part of the 30, it's you have to pay the
Oh,
$30 for it. She's like, if she had said yeah, I would have done it for them and all that stuff
oh, okay.
and everything like
Oh,
that.
okay.
But
I was gonna say that's messed up.
no,
I
I
was
would
you
have
were
done it.
like, nah, I didn't
No,
mind
if like
it.
yeah, no, if my niece wanted to watch it and all that stuff, I would have got it.
Yeah.
I would have got it
Oh, okay.
and all that stuff. But
Okay.
I think it's supposed to hit. I think it's supposed to be available for all. I think next month. Wait, came out in March.
Yeah.
So May or June is supposed to go. It's supposed to be available. But if like, I might cave in probably one day and pay the $30 just to check it out.
You should watch it. It's good.
I hear it's good. No, that's the thing. It's like I hear it's really good. So it's like, it
Yeah, that's
does.
good.
It does weigh in of like, do I pay the $30 to watch it and all that stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it's no Brave, but like it's really good. So I mean that's still like the top of like princess movies from Disney, in my
For
opinion.
you,
But yeah. But like it's still extremely good. It's still
yeah.
really good. It's entertaining. Especially if you have like little ones. It's really good for little ones as well. So like just playing of action for I'm not gonna get into that. It's good. I can get into a hole that I won't be
Excuse me.
recovering from.
Sorry.
So yeah, no, that so that's pretty much our episode this week. It was a little
Whoa, whoa,
all
whoa,
over the
whoa, whoa,
place.
whoa, whoa, whoa! How you gonna end the episode and all that stuff? And we haven't gotten to the
I
big
was
topic.
I was hoping you would catch on. I was hoping you'd catch on. Because I saw you dipped down. I was like, I'm gonna see what happens.
No, because I was
Uh,
like checking something out. I was checking something out, and then all of a sudden, this is the episode. I'm like, we have not got to the big topic yet. And I was just fine. I had saw something on here on Twitter that I just made me realize of wanting to bring up real quick and all that stuff. A couple things and all that stuff. One, Mortal Kombat got delayed a week later. I don't know why and all
okay.
that stuff, but I'm upset because I wanted to watch that movie. By the time this episode comes out, I have probably already seen Godzilla versus Kong because I am so excited for that movie and
Unless
everything.
that gets delayed.
No, it's coming out tomorrow. It's coming. Yeah, the day we're recording this is on a Tuesday, and it comes out tomorrow. So there's
I
no
mean,
way
what
in
if it gets
hell
canceled like once we stop doing
once
the
it hits
podcast? What if you're
once
like,
it
it
hits
got
midnight.
canceled?
Once it hits midnight, we can't do it. We can't do it anymore.
Yeah, that'd be
Blah, 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 blah.
hilarious.
Yeah, Kong, Mortal Kombat 3. This is a little gaming thing. So League of Legends finally released their mobile game, Wild Rift, yesterday, Monday, and all that stuff. I played it. I actually like it.
You know, you like better
Actual
playing
League.
actual league against
Actual
people.
League. I knew you were gonna say that.
Against people.
I
I
was
was just
playing.
like
No, no, no,
against
no.
people.
I play. I don't know. I did. I did the tutorial to see how it works on mobile, and all that stuff. Not that bad. The controls are not that bad, and everything. Um, I did one game against AI, and all that stuff just to get the feel for it and everything. And I played an actual match with actual people on there.
Okay. Now you just gotta do it on PC.
Now I got to do it on PC and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
now you gotta do it on actual league.
I got myself. I got myself. I got Jinx on that one. I have an Akari. No, not Akari. I forget the other one. I forgot and all that stuff.
You
But
got
I'm
Graves?
probably. Give me a second. I can actually pull it up right now. But no, because the thing was like the fact that it's coming. Like this was announced back in 2019. That it was coming to mobile and it's supposed to come to console also. So, but I'm putting my hope, not putting my hopes up high on that one. Um, and everything. But
This is
it
you
was
think this
actually
is Smite?
it's actually it, I was actually excited for it because like I watch League and all that stuff, but I don't play it and all
Nope.
that stuff. And I thought I think the mobile one would be like nice for me at least and all that stuff. Though like Manny over here is a avid League player and all that stuff
Yeah.
and everything. Like if
I was
you
like, what are
ever
you doing?
like if you ever wanted to know of like how this man rages, like it's I'm just kidding. Stuff.
And you haven't even heard me rage in League either. That's the
I've
bad
heard
part.
you rage in Grand Theft Auto.
That was yeah, but that wasn't really competitive rage. That was just like the game just wasn't working. I
And
was just
also,
getting mad.
oh,
That
okay,
wasn't
yeah.
really a rage because I messed up.
So I currently have Misfortune, Alistair, Ash, Master Yi, Blitzcrank, Ari. Yeah, I was right. Garen, Jinx, and those are it so far. And Wild Rift.
Oh, okay.
I have a
Oh, okay.
mastery, but for somehow I have a mastery in Ash, Jinx, and Ari. I was like, how did that happen? I haven't even played that much.
It was
Oh,
like, I
stuff.
gave it to
Oh, stuff.
him.
But so far, I'm actually liking it. And all that stuff. I'm actually liking this perspective of it on how it plays on this stuff, and
Yeah.
everything. And I highly recommend, it, especially if you're like into mobile games and like League. This is pretty cool and all that stuff. Am I gonna try to convince these guys? We'll see.
I have it downloaded. Haven't played it.
I mean, it does go based off our Riot's friend list and all that stuff. I still have you as a friend. If you
I'll have
log
to
in
get
with the
that
Riot
account.
account, if you log in with the Riot account that has us as friends, like it'll have that list, friend list.
Okay, you have to tell me which one because I have two. I have the one that I made because it was a super low level for you, and
Give me a
then I have my
second.
actual one.
I have two of them,
Which one?
Mr. Madness and then Skid Marks, 187.
Okay, so Madness I lost the password for. That's why I made the skid marks.
Okay, yeah, those are the ones. Those are the
So
ones you
I'll
think.
I'll
Because
log into that one. All right.
because the funny part about it, because
Yeah, because
like I
I
said,
made.
it shows like the friend list that we have based off the elite. Like, because the
Mm,
one reason I can say that because our friend Alan currently is playing Valorant. And all that
that's
stuff.
hilarious.
So it's like,
Yeah, because you
so
were
that's what's
like,
cool.
I remember. Yeah, 'cause I remember you were like, I want to play League. I was like, okay, I'll make an account. And then I made the Mr. Madness one. I was like, I'll stream or something with him.
Correction, I said I will try out League.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I'll make an account, blah, 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 and everything. So then I made it, and then you never
We
played,
got
and then
busy.
I lost the passwords.
We got busy with other things.
Yeah, so then I just logged out and logged into my actual one and just like
But
kept
we
them
did
actual.
try to
And
attempt
then
one
like
time, but it was Arturo had network issues
yeah,
and all that stuff.
yeah, I remember that. Uh and then that's that when we tried with Arturo, I'd already made my new one because I lost my old password because I never used it. So like I was like I'll just make a new one.
Yeah.
So I'll have to find that one.
But yeah, so it's like there's that. So, but I was like I'm saying, it's like I do like the mobile aspect of League on this, and I like and all this, how
Yeah.
it plays. Like I'm surprised, like it's surprising me that the fact that I'm actually liking it and everything for this one and all that stuff. And if I play a little bit more, I'll maybe come to the day where it's like, okay, maybe it's time to actually play this on the PC and all that stuff.
You should just do
Because I
it.
kid
Why
you
not?
not,
It's
no,
not
for
like
some
a
odd reason, because for and the more I read about it, the more crazy part about it, it's like I was understanding the game more on this than either watching it from LCS or even trying to like play it on the PC for some reason and all that stuff.
really.
Yeah, because it was like I don't know if it's because of like the fact that it's like they provided more like tutorial info information stuff like that. How it's the mobile version, I mean the PC version doesn't as much in a way
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But it's like so it's like I was kind of like understanding it a little bit more and then like figuring out what how to do this and all that stuff. And it helps me and it was like helping me out a little more easier and all that stuff. Though it does use an auto buy feature for your items, though I think you can go in and still make the buy what you want and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
But what it does is like if you when you go back when you're back when you recall back and all that stuff, or if you just head there, um, it'll provide you two options of what you want to buy from. It'll give you two options, and you can select from those two. But I think if I can just there's a, like where it shows your gold of what gold you have. I think if I pressed on it, it'll give me the option of more. Give me all the other options and all that stuff
Yeah. Give
for
me
sure.
give you the regular ones that you can buy.
The ones I
Okay.
can buy actually buy. But I was just doing the two that they gave me the ones they gave me because I just wanted to play through and all that stuff and see what it had and all that stuff
Yeah.
and everything. But yeah,
Yeah.
fun times. I'm enjoying it. I actually like it, surprisingly. Like I said, console version. I'm not holding. No, don't have high hopes for that one. I mean, if you're not gonna do a console version for Valorant, because that's most likely not gonna happen. I'm not putting my hopes up on a League console version. whether it be Wild Rift or the
Yeah.
actual league
Yeah. That's true.
and all that stuff. But yeah,
Well, I'm glad you like it. I feel like you should just move on and just go on to PC.
play
Uh,
actual time. I get it. I
just
get it.
yeah, yeah. Anyways, Falcon and Soldier. That's what we haven't covered yet. We keep going off topic. So we'll go ahead and cover about Falcon and Soldier. Episode 2. Do I remember the name? No.
The
Was it
Star
amazing?
Spangled
Of
Man.
course. There you go, because it plays the song a lot. The one that they played for Captain America when he was doing his tour.
And they made
Uh,
it more,
this
I guess you can say, modern. I kid you not. I didn't notice that
yeah,
until it
yeah.
got towards the end of it. Because I was like, oh, that's the song in the first movie, the first Captain America movie.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, because like
Okay.
that, it was a particular part that was made it more common. Because I think the beginning of it, like they were
Yeah.
playing it, like you know it, like you would know it off, like you would know it if you like if you've listened to the song a lot. Like me, I haven't heard it in so long, but it's like if that particular part on it made me remember it, for sure.
Oh.
And but it was like that beginning part about it. It was like I couldn't figure it out at first. In all honesty,
Oh. I have my theories about this episode, but I'm not gonna get into that on this. Well, I might at the end.
what? Now
Uh,
he's not gonna give his theories.
I do. I have a couple, and a couple of them are pretty cool. Anyways, so the episode's really solid. Leads on to the story.
Solid,
Um, gives us,
solid.
yeah,
This
solid.
show, I kid you not. And then I had a conversation with a friend on this and all that stuff. Like I did not expect it to go where it was gonna go, especially with this show
Yeah.
and all that stuff. Especially from what surprised us, what surprised me the most too, and all that stuff with this.
How much of a douche do you think Captain America is?
Besides that, I think like
Dude, dude,
well,
I was,
for
I
me, it
was
was more the
like so
fact.
annoyed by it.
I think it was more the fact that it was like, I like the fact that how they started it off with him and all that stuff
Yeah,
to give you that, because of course, like especially like how everyone was at the end of episode 1. It's like, oh god, this douche, who's this douche,
yeah.
and all that
Dude,
stuff.
when he and then when like the lady's like who authorized this, and he's like he's no longer gonna be doing the remember when he was like he's no longer gonna need the consultation from you, and she's like, well, under whose authority? He's like, and I was like, such a
Oh,
douche.
that
That's the
part.
douchiest move to do.
Oh,
Like,
that
what the
part.
hell?
Well,
He's like, who do you think?
where
I
I
was
was
like,
gonna
bruh.
try, where I was trying to get at was like the beginning part of like introducing him and everything and all that stuff. Like that was cool and all that stuff. And it's like you kind of like gives you
Yeah,
that idea of like, oh, he's probably not that bad of a guy anyways and all that stuff and everything like that. And then like
yeah,
more and more throughout the episode and all that stuff with the truck fight scene, the where he the when they're driving in the car together, and then of course the last couple scenes of with before and after the therapy session and all that stuff
yeah,
where it's like this guy's a douche and I hate him
yeah, yeah.
for that. And
It,
then,
it,
but that's the thing though. It's like that's what I love about what I love about these shows, and then just Marvel in general. So with some of the villains they have, and all that stuff, like they give you a reason to like them in a way. Now though, for John Walker's perspective, from John Walker though, in the comics, he's supposed to be hated no matter what, and all that stuff, and
yeah, pretty
all that
much.
stuff, and all that's all granted. But the fact that it was like I'm seeing him as this man trying to live up to expectations of what he's trying to do and all that stuff. And as he said it in his interviews, like he's not Tony Stark, he's not Banner and all that stuff. He's just trying to do what he can do, what's best for as him being Captain America and all that stuff. And
Yeah,
that was I was like, okay, that's cool. And then like throughout the rest of the episode, the hate grew.
yeah. And oh man, what's the name of the organization? That's
Oh,
underneath all this. What's it called? Damn it.
the ones that have been helping
S- Uh,
the are you talking about the Flag Smashers or the other group organization that got
The
me.
other group, the other one that the flag smashers are running from. I can't.
Yeah,
Damn it! I had it in.
give me a
I
second.
should have written it down.
Give me
Damn it.
give me a
Um.
second. I'll try to find it. But go ahead. Oh, I lost Manny for a second. Give up. Oh, he's back. He's back. He's back. There we go.
Because they're like a big piece of the puzzle, like that
The global
leads.
Partition Council, the GRC, pretty much. Is that what you're talking
That's
about?
not what I was thinking.
You sure?
No.
This has
Yes. Hold on. I have it on my phone. I have to, unfortunately, to turn off my camera. I'm still in the
he's
video. You can still hear
his
my voice,
camera's
still hear
off.
my.
For those who are listening, he's
Yeah, my
trying to find
camera's
the people.
currently off. Um, I have this screenshot because I meant to write it down for this episode, and unfortunately, I was not able to write it down because I got sidetracked with a bunch of different things. Um,
Sounds
uh,
like Manny.
Yep, sounds like me. Sounds like me. Because it is me. Where's it at? Where's it at? It's right here. Uh, nope, not that one. Uh, Sons of Serpent. One that can reach to. Power brokers. Uh, so
Are you
currently
talking about?
the flag smashers are running from power brokers. As
Are you talking
well.
about
The
them?
man.
Oh,
Yeah, I couldn't remember the name. I know something Inc. I just couldn't remember.
I don't think they have an
Uh,
actual name. Just their,
well, no, they're called the
but
power brokers.
I don't think they're called the power. No, it's a power. There is a broker, if it, from based off the
Yeah.
show, but they're not. It's not a. I don't think it's an actual group that's called the Power Brokers.
No, I don't think so. Well, I guess they can call themselves maybe, but they're not like an official. They're not like the flag smashers. But
Yes, because it's not like it's not like that. How else to the fact
it's
there's
more of like that's what they're known by. Like they're like, hey, the power brokers are coming.
the
Like
Power
it's not
Brokers
gonna
coming.
be like, yeah, they're not gonna call themselves like the Avengers. Call themselves the Avengers.
That's
Um,
where I was like, well, I didn't think
uh,
you were running. I didn't. Oh, because you said running from. That's where I got confused.
yeah, because the man that gets on the phone when remember when the dude when homie's like, I got you, I'm gonna get killed for y'all, and he like pushes the thing over, and he
Matthias.
gets like lit up. Huh?
That's his name. The one that died.
I didn't hear what you said. This way I said, huh?
Matthias.
Oh, okay. Matthias is like, I got y'all, and then he gets lit up with bullets. Uh, uh, kind of sucks. I feel like I don't know. I feel like he could have done more. I mean, he is a super soldier. I feel like he could have like punched a couple cars or something. Anyways, the man that gets on the phone is either working with or is the power broker. Can't remember.
So it's
Is part
pretty
of the
much
power broker.
So
I
there's
can't
not
remember.
much on him in general based off what we know. So it's just a guy that
Yeah,
texted him, pretty much said, "You took what was mine. I'm going to find you and kill you." And
correct.
of
Uh,
course assumptions and most likely this is true no matter what is more reflecting of the fact that there is a type of super soldier serum out there, and these people, the flag smashers, took it from them, from this power broker and all that stuff, and this power broker wants it back and all that stuff.
that is correct.
Now we do learn more about the flag smashers, and they're not more as a villain and all that stuff in a way in this from what it seems like. Um, they are those one type of groups where it looks like they're not the villain. They're more of like something it's that they believe in and want to be what they think is right, especially after the blip. That's where the GRC comes in and all that stuff too, which is the group I mentioned that
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about originally, but then kind of thought about it a
Yeah.
little
No.
more.
No. Cause
The GRC is the group that are helping people that have been displaced from the blip and all that stuff and everything,
yeah.
and the fact that and I think I talked about this in WandaVision a bit, but it looks like that we're getting that more in this show. We are getting effects of we are understanding more about what the effects of the blip happened. We are
Yeah.
learning that there are people that are getting help of sorts and everything like that, and trying to get them back because like people are ended up in houses that they probably no longer belong to because 5 years is a long time and stuff can happen. and all that stuff. We know that they're going from one to another and all that stuff to know what to do with them and where to place them and all that stuff. And of course, the flag smash from one of the lines in the show. I'm using the Marvel Cinematic Universe fandom website. It's a wiki that does stuff with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Uh, Going off one of the lines in the show from the show, this was from Battlestar. Uh, it's a reactivating citizenship, social security, healthcare, basically just managing resources for the refugees that were displaced by the return, meaning the blip. The GRCU does all that. So that was a conversation between Battlestar and Falcon about that, and for that stuff. So it's like they're trying. So it's like it seems like they're doing what they can for the people that has been displaced, but it's not. But from the flag smash's point of view, it's not doing enough for the people that are currently there, too,
Yeah.
still there and all that stuff, and they feel like they're being left out and all that stuff and everything. And they want to make sure it's like this is here for a reason and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
and it's like that's something you can try to understand a bit and all and everything for that and all that stuff. And it's like we're not gonna. I think there's gonna with them in particularly because like we are getting because like it's starting to grow. We are starting to grow a bit more on the show with more things to come, especially who we saw at the end. Um, and we'll talk about him in a bit, probably towards more after. Um, but I like the idea of what who these flag smashers are not intentionally true villains, but more of something of like uh, those good guys that are portraying the bad agenda in a way, I guess, somewhat
Yeah.
stuff. We already talked about so with that Walker Sean becoming the douche that he's becoming a douche immediately within one episode and all that stuff
Yeah,
and
the
all that stuff.
quickest douche in this turn.
But the one thing I
From
wanted to,
maybe he's a douche to complete douche.
the one thing I do want to talk about, and this is something it's gonna be a tough not a tough topic, but it's something that we don't talk about a lot, and but it's something that does need to be talked about on the show is the fact that how Marvel, let alone Disney, is really portraying uh, being a black guy in America or in racism in particularly. I'm not gonna lie, that Baltimore scene, that whole scene, brought something to me that I never thought I would be more like, what the hell is happening? And then but that also introduces us to um, Isaiah Bradley
Isaiah Bradley.
and everything, who is I'm is the other captain, the black Captain America that was never heard of.
Yeah, correct.
Um,
He was tested on in World War Two.
After
No, yeah, in World War Two. After I want to say during
I think
yeah, because Captain America would
for
still be
so
in the ice.
in the MCU canon of how this works is based off the fandom wiki. Um, Isaiah Bradley is a Korean War veteran and the first African American super soldier. After having received the super soldier syndrome in the 1950s, he was signed by the U.S. military to eliminate the Winter Soldier, Bucky. He was later imprisoned due to his status as a super soldier and spent 3 decades in prison while having his blood constantly extracted by the U.S. and Hydra. And in the 1980s, he was freed and relocated to Baltimore and eventually had a grandson. So the one at the end is his blood constantly extracted by U.S. and Hydra. So we also have to remember from what we found out in the Winter Soldier, Hydra was within Shield and all that stuff, and particular Hydra agents that were within Shield did certain things that were not good, and all that stuff. And
Yeah.
that actually branches out in the MCU entirely. Isaiah Bradley being one example. The other example, which I think is a thing, which I think is probably true, but I don't know, I could be wrong, was Ghost in Ant-Man and the Wasp, how she became an assassin
Yeah, that could make sense.
and all that stuff. So that would make
Yeah.
sense right there on that front, as one of the things and all that stuff. And there's most likely more, but we don't know about that too.
Yeah.
So the fact that
Yeah, there could be.
because like, here's the thing about this, I didn't know about Isaiah Bradley at all before this.
I knew like Isaiah Bradley and like Black Captain America, I never read the comics of them
Yeah,
because I didn't have access to them and like just in general.
yeah,
Uh, but I like knew of him. I just never knew him. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like I know like his grandson isn't a super soldier. He takes I can't remember what they call them,
I will.
mutagen
We'll talk about
pills
that
or
in a bit.
something.
We'll talk
It's
about
like
that
a
part. We'll talk about that part in a bit about his
okay,
grandson because I was gonna.
okay.
That's gonna be
But
another thing I
yeah,
want to talk about.
I never really like read his stuff, but I did know of him.
So yeah, so I didn't. I never and I didn't. And I'm pretty much for me my shock was the same as Sam's in a way in the show and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
In a way and all that stuff. So it's like again, like it started growing up knowing to me was like when he started telling the story when he saw Bucky and all that stuff. And then
Yeah,
when he decided to throw whatever that I forgot what it was and it
I
hit the
think they were Altoids.
that got stuck on the wall. Mm.
Yeah, I think it was an Altoids mint tin, like a tin mint thing. I think I don't know what it was, but
Yeah,
like it doesn't really matter what it was. But
yeah, and it
and then
was
we
just
see his I what I believe is his grandson when he does it. I believe it's his grandson.
that is his
That'll
grandson.
make the most sense. Okay.
That is his grandson because it's um, but the fact of seeing all this and the fact that it's like, and then of course like I said, we'll get to the grandson. I just want to try to get this whole thing
Yeah. No.
particularly.
Yeah. I got you.
The fact that after this comes to a part where Sam is upset with right and rightfully so and all that stuff um, about finding out about Isaiah. The fact that Steve didn't know about this is crazy, and for that one in particularly. And then it gets to a point where the cops come and already profiling Sam to a point where it's like and you can see it in Bucky where it's like he's not understanding what's happening, but at the same time it's like is he trying to?
I feel like at first he doesn't understand until it. I feel like it clicks after a while.
Yeah, it's like he's like he doesn't
Yeah.
know he
Yeah. He
doesn't get
starts
of
to
why.
realize.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
because the first few times it's like no, he's perfectly fine, and then like after a while when they start like talking to more
yeah.
of Sam, then it's like starts to click in his head. Yeah,
And then the point of like when Bucky was like, "Do you know who this guy is?" And then the cop is
yeah,
like, "I am so sorry, Mr. Wilson," and everything like that. And it's just like, how
yeah,
did you not catch that on the first spot and all that stuff? Like I get the man wears
yeah.
goggles and everything like that. I get that, but at the same
Well,
time, it's
well,
like,
did you notice though? A lot of the time, Sam doesn't get recognized for some reason as much
well, so far
in
in
the
just these,
older movies.
well, in the older movies,
In
he's
this
not.
series, it's shown it more.
Well, here's the thing. It's like the thing is in the older movies. Like here's the thing, because like you have to like with these shows, we are getting a more grounded MCU right
Yeah,
now and all that stuff. Like we're seeing them in real world situations. How else in the movies it's more one spot to the other, but you're not getting them to interact with other people as much outside of their own
yeah.
people and all that stuff. So it's like with this show in particular, including WandaVision also. I was making sure I didn't mute my mic. Um, and
Just starts talking the rest of the episode. Can't hear him.
yeah, and you can't hear me and everything. It's like I said, it's like we're getting to that. We're seeing this point of like, especially like what they're trying to do with this, and it's surprising that they are going this deep into it. Especially like with especially after these first two episodes of the racial profiling in a way, of the fact of it's like Sam is a black man, and it's also like we're also starting to understand of why Sam is not taking the mantle of Captain America. Because if you also remember, this episode started after John Walker with Bucky and Sam talking about why
Yeah,
he didn't take it, and in like that Baltimore scene pretty much shows why is showing us why in a way, and all that stuff, and I was like, "Fuck, this is crazy." Like I keep like 2 episodes in, and like it has brought more impact to me than anything else in life and all that stuff because it's like literally it's like the fact of it's like it is asking the question: Is America not like is not as everyone, but is not just Sam, but is America ready to see a black Captain America and everything I mean, we experienced that in the comics and everything like that already. But the MCU does relate
Yeah,
to a more real world situation and all that stuff. And
yeah. That's
we're
why Falcon doesn't have wings.
yeah,
It's more realistic in our
yeah.
world and our standards.
Yeah, so it's like we're literally experiencing like racial profiling in a way on this show in a way that I
Yeah,
pretty much not a lot of people didn't expect to see, and the fact that the the there was a black Captain America all this time throughout the MCU timeline, and nobody knew about it, and still doesn't,
yeah.
and all that stuff. Pretty much, and all that stuff. Like right now, it's just Sam and Bucky for what we know, um, and all that stuff, and maybe whoever
Hmm?
is from Shield. Like who knows about Isaiah?
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like, Black Super. I was like, Bucky.
No, no, no,
What the?
no. The
Okay,
only
no,
person
I see what you mean now.
like the only people
I was like,
who know about Isaiah are Sam and Bucky,
oh, okay.
as far as we know. There's probably
Yeah.
some displaced,
Maybe Shield, maybe some
displaced.
like
Yeah, I'm not saying
somewhere.
displaced former
Yeah,
Shield and Hydra agents maybe and all that stuff. But I'm saying like from what we
yeah,
know, right now it's like
yeah,
it's a hidden thing because Steve never knew about it also, too.
yeah. Do
And
you
like
think maybe when they were experimenting on Bradley, it was the same place that we saw in Winter Soldier when they were
it
torturing?
was here in America.
It's a different place. You think?
It was
You
here in
think? Okay.
America.
Oh yeah, that was
If
in
I
Russia,
remember,
huh? I
because like
forgot
it
that was in
happened.
Russia
Cause yeah, that
or
was like
Germany. That was in Germany, I
no, no,
think.
no, no, no. It was
Where was he at?
Siberia,
Oh, Siberia. Yeah, never mind.
Siberia. So remember, Bradley went through experiments while serving in the army. So that could be
Yeah,
anywhere. In all honesty, that could have happened in Korea
true,
and all that stuff.
true. No, he was Vietnam War. You said.
Korea,
Oh, you said Korea. Oh, I said Vietnam the first time. Yeah, never
yeah.
mind.
They sent him. His target was a bar in Goya, none other than the Winter Soldier. Where the hell was Goya? No, that doesn't tell me anything. Okay. Um, but it's just more of the fact that it's like I'm just that scene will forever be one of the most. That whole Baltimore scene will ever be the most most impacted scene I've ever seen in an MCU content, in my opinion,
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
yeah, no, yeah, no.
Anyone else can say anything else, but for me, it's that scene. It's that whole scene, and everything. And then like I'm excited. Like this, it just makes me love this show even more. I'm excited to see what the next episode brings and what if this continues on and all that stuff. It's the fact that your first two episodes already bring in racial profiling and that brings an immediate impact to it.
Yeah,
You're saying something a lot and all that stuff, and I applaud Disney for that too and all that stuff for doing this and everything. Um,
yeah,
but I have, I mean, there's more to say about that, but I can go on forever about this and everything like that, especially for me being a half black person and all that stuff. Um, but we got a couple more things to get through and all that stuff, and we want to let's
yeah.
revert.
So, did you
Let's
want
get
to talk about? I can talk my theory after the fact. We can talk about Isaiah's grandson. Did you
let's talk
want
about
to
Eli.
explain his backstory or not?
Let's talk about Eli
Yeah.
because Eli, like when I first saw Eli, I was like, this kid's a douche, and all that stuff. It didn't
You
hit
really?
me
You thought he was a bitch?
well because the way he was going at him and all that stuff when he opened the door and all that stuff. And I was like, because like here's the thing,
Yeah.
I didn't put two to two together until I did like analysis and reactions and all that
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
And I was like, "Are you kidding me? Like this is Eli? Like oh my gosh! Now I gotta take back everything I just said right now about this kid and all that stuff. And and
Yeah, so for those of you guys who don't know, Eli ends up becoming the Patriot in the comics.
not only that, we've now have established well, thus the announcement of who's playing. I'm blanking on her name right now. The
Mhm.
female version of Hawkeye though. Um,
I can't remember.
yeah, I
The
can't
one from
remember.
Pitch Perfect.
Well, no. The character's name, not the actor's name. The character's name. Give me a second. I'll look it up.
Oh, I can't remember either.
Yeah, I know. I'm blank.
Um,
It pisses me
I'll just
off.
explain Eli's. So, for those of you guys who don't know, he becomes the Patriot in the comics. As however, he has super soldier powers. However, he's not a super soldier. He takes these capsules that kind of look like pills. I can't remember the name. It's like mutagen something. And they enhance his
Yeah, so I think
powers.
it's like
So
isn't
he
it
does. Yeah,
so like from what the like the theories might be depending on how this goes. Like he probably inherited it because since his grandfather had the super soldier minimum
I
in
say
the
either
MCU
that.
in the MCU I mean like particularly.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. I say either that or his fits in my theory that I can talk about.
Mm.
Um, that can they
Uh,
can also do, which
but
they can do it to multiple people.
before we continue, it's
So no,
Kate Bishop. That's what I was trying to get the name. So
that's it. Yeah.
what I was trying to say is like that pretty much confirms at least depending on how the MCU goes, we got four of the Young Avengers already in the MCU already
Yeah.
and all that
Who are
stuff.
we missing?
Give me a second. Give me talk about something. Give me a second because I don't remember the roster that well.
Oh, okay. So we also get a little mention to Bucky's character from Wakanda. He gets called the White Wolf, which is a different character in the comics. But
My bad.
as
Five.
far as
We got five. Five confirmed.
oh, who do we got?
Cassie Lang, Ant Man's daughter.
Oh yeah, you're right. She becomes the Wasp, I
Stature.
think. Stature. Okay. Um, yeah. So he's called the White Wolf in Wakanda, which is
Oh, that was funny.
like a
That was funny.
yeah. Come on, White Panther. She's actually White Wolf.
It's like, say what?
And he's like, what? So White Wolf is a character in the comics, completely different character, but from what we've seen recently, it might end up just being Bucky. I don't think so, but I feel like it's more of just like a sacred name, maybe.
Oh,
But
is he gonna obtain the name? No, he's gonna be
yeah,
Bucky.
nah, it's more of just like a sacred name,
Yeah,
yeah, that they gave him
I
or
think
like a
that's
nickname
something
they gave
like
him.
I think that's the like if he ever goes back to Wakanda, that's what he'll be known as in Wakanda.
Maybe, yeah.
Like it's like that's something that's
Yeah.
gonna be that can
They
be
could do something with him in Black Panther 2. That'd be kind of cool.
and
Maybe like
everything.
he goes back for some reason, maybe at the end of this. That'd be really nice to see.
Yeah, yeah, because I don't think it's gonna be something that's like he's gonna use known throughout the world, like in the world.
Yeah.
But like if he like yeah, like say if he does go back to like Wakanda, that's what people in Wakanda will call him and everything.
Yeah, the White Wolf.
Yeah,
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So we got like a little shout out to that. We got confirmation that the government was hacking into Red Wing, as
yeah, because he
Sam
is
suspected in episode 1.
because he's technically government properties.
Yeah, so we got confirmation from that. They were listening in on him through Red Wing. That's how he knew about the big three that they talked about earlier in the episode. We get it mentioned again by what's his name? Shatterstar? Not Shatterstar.
Battlestar,
Battlestar. Okay, who's Shatterstar's from DC, huh?
I think so.
Uh, yeah, my bad, Battlestar. Uh, but in the comics, he's U.S. agents, uh, like his right hand man. So that's pretty cool. But we mentioned Battlestar mentions that they were,
He's the
listening
Black
in,
Bucky.
as well as in the, yeah, I would, yeah, because Black Falcon doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
Look, by the way, that kid, remember, you're the Black Falcon.
you're
Are
the
you
Black
Black
Falcon.
Kid?
Are you the Black Kid? Like that is
Yeah,
not if
he's
that's
like,
not
see, don't
classic.
work.
I don't know what it is.
Uh, you should get that on a shirt. You should be like, I'm the Black Ricky or something. I don't know. Uh, anyways, what was I talking about? Yeah, so we get mentioned to him that they were listening in. That's how they knew about the victory. They were asking when they were walking back, trying to get him in the car. They mentioned it. This is one of the big three. When Bucky again says there's no wizards again, like he said, which they drop in. They say okay, then androids or aliens. Then they mention super soldiers, and then he gives Battlestar like a look, and they were like, "Oh, really?" And then they say, "Really?" And then they get in the car and stuff. So that's that's obviously going to set up multiple things for the next episodes to come, and I can't wait to see that. Ricky, have you found the characters?
So, oh no, I was just waiting until you finish that, so that way I can get back into this and all that stuff
Oh,
about the
okay,
Young
yeah,
Avengers.
okay.
So,
That's pretty much all I remember from the episode. That's like the main points. I think we kind of covered them.
yeah. So, let's see here. So we have the current team right now, based off comics, is Kate, um, Emperor Doric III. I forget his actual name because like right now in the comics he's an emperor and all that stuff. Um, Miss
Yeah.
America, Patriot, Speed, Stinger, and Wiccan, and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Former members are Iron Lad, who's actually a younger version of King the Conqueror. Um,
Oh, okay.
Loki, because in the comics he turns into a kid. Um, Marvel Boy, Prodigy, and then Vision, which is like a son of Vision,
Yeah.
and all
Okay.
that stuff. So,
Um.
like we there are some of these people already in here are already established in the MCU. Like I said, 5 of them have
Yeah.
already been
For future.
established. Um,
Yeah.
five, technically six, based off casting confirmation, and that's Miss America for Doctor Strange too,
Oh, right.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So pretty much that's six right there. Um, there's there's possible theories that how depending how Loki ends, he might end up being a kid, and he might end up being in it also because Kid Loki was a member of the Young Avengers and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it does. So everything right now so far of who we've been introduced so far in the MCU, who's already been cast and announced, and all that stuff, and then one potential theory, in the Loki show, it looks like we might be leading to lead Young Avengers and all this and all that stuff, which is pretty cool and all that stuff to see that,
Yeah. It is.
and it'll be interesting to see it like in more of like how, in today's world kind of MCU, and how
Yeah.
that plays out and all that stuff with these different kids and all that stuff and how they react to each other and all that stuff. So that's gonna be cool to see, and it's gonna be interesting about like with so, and trying to bring it back into Falcon, Winter Soldier. It's gonna be interesting on Eli in particularly of how he becomes Patriot. Like I was already saying, there's a chance of maybe the serum's already is like has been I don't want not hereditary. I don't think that's the word I'm looking
Passed
for.
down
In a way, but
through
passed
the
down
genetics.
that genetically given to him, but like somehow it hasn't been like activated. Maybe in a way, I'm guessing.
That's not what I think.
I know that's not what you think. I was
So
just saying that was my idea.
yeah, no, I get what you mean. That's your idea of what how he's going to be introduced as the Patriot. I
Yeah.
understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so is there anything that we haven't covered from the episode before we go into theory? Because I don't want to start doing that.
Uh, 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 uh,
We
the
covered White Wolf. We covered they were hacking in a Red Wing.
the therapy
Uh,
session was one of the coolest, was the funniest things ever,
oh, stare at each other. Yeah, that's hilarious.
and all that
Wait, is
stuff.
that the staring
They
contest?
look at each other. They get in close and everything like that. But then like
Oh, Bucky's breakdown.
yeah, that and then that also in that scene also
Yeah, if
and all that
he was
stuff.
wrong about you, then he was also wrong about me.
Yeah.
That was pretty deep.
And then how it gets, and then at the end of that scene, he looks at the doc and like what's the rule number 2 again? Don't kill anybody.
Yeah.
And it's like it's
Don't
like
hurt anybody.
don't hurt anybody. And it looks like it's might get into that point
Yeah.
and all that stuff. And then
Yeah. It's like, well,
of
he's gonna
course
go see Zemo, so
that's when we get full douche John Walker, and
Captain Douche.
everything, and we get to the end, which looks like I don't know, maybe in episode 3 we're gonna see Zemo. And what's
Yep.
crazy, before, like this is gonna be the last thing, and we'll get into your theories. The crazy thing about that is that
No, that's fine. Go on.
he is still in jail
Yeah.
after
I
after that whole
personally,
time.
I thought he got out because of the blip. In my opinion, I thought like he was gonna
That's
escape
what I
from
was
like the
thinking
blip,
also. But
maybe.
then again, it was like
Yeah.
I was actually thinking it on both ways. Like, say like he did get blipped, but come back, he's gone and he's doing his own thing. But like that doesn't make much sense in a way because it's where Falcon and Winter Soldier said it is 6 months after Endgame.
Yeah.
So I don't. I mean, maybe Zemo has some kind of connections to get 6 months to get to where he is with the mask and everything like that. But the fact that he's in jail
Yeah.
still, it makes you think if he did spend like it looks like he did spend up to 5 years in prison the whole time.
Yeah.
Maybe during something during the blip has seen this, and then him coming back, and then I guess with everyone back now and all that stuff, it's maybe something's come up to him. Because like all it is that we just see him and he's sitting in his cell. That's it. We don't know nothing else. So
Yeah,
If episode 3 is Zemo heavy, I'm all for it and all that stuff.
it's just Zemo getting paroled.
What the hell?
It's like the beginning of Ant-Man 1. It's just him in like the circle fighting that dude, and then
Well, no, I mean
and he gets picked up by his
he's in a
friend.
German he's in a German prison and all that stuff
He's in the
with
gulag.
high
Yeah,
like high level security stuff and all that stuff. I don't think
yeah.
a San Francisco out the skirts of San Francisco prison will be that would be the same.
Hey, San Quentin.
San
San
Quentin,
Quentin
there we
does
go.
not.
Yeah, San Quentin.
San Quentin is, uh, anyways,
Yo,
so to get on how I think this will be the underlying story. No, I don't think it'll be the main story. I don't think so. Uh, so I think this ties into a couple different characters and also ties into the Flag Smashers. Um, so Malice. Okay, so Carl Malice is a like a doctor and like scientist kind of a dude,
mm,
and he does experiments on people and such as things like that. And in the comics, he has connections to Battlestar as well as U.S. Agent. He also has connections to super serums and stuff like that in that way, because
mm,
everybody in the comics wants to make a super serum. You know how that goes.
mm,
Uh, so I feel like maybe one of the okay, so the only reason I know this and the only reason I'm tying this in is because Joaquin Torres's storyline is he gets captured by the Sons of Serpent too, because it's a reformed group. Uh, Originally they were a hate group against certain ethnicities, which is an amazing storyline for this type of show that they're going for. It's a hate group against ethnicities and also mutants in general. And then when that gets taken down in Southern Serpent 2, it's more of like let's say it, more of like hitmen and like people that are for hire kind of a thing. So Carmelis hires the Sons of Serpent 2 to take a couple people, and unfortunately Joaquin Torres was in that mix. He gets tested on. He gets mixed up with the blood of Redwing, which is Falcon's bird in the comics, because he has a real bird. You know that, of course.
mm-hmm.
He gets the blood of Falcon, Redwing, uh, and it ends up he ends up turning into kind of like an angel thing from the X-Men. He has like wings coming from underneath. He has them from underneath his arms though, from underneath his arms to about his ribs, as if even though Angel has them, you know how Angel has them from his back.
Yes.
So it's a little different. He also has like a kind of like a falconish looking face, and he has the feet kind of like the Talon skin. So he gets tested on by that, and then Falcon ends up saving him. How I feel this will happen is somehow they end up getting captured. Maybe you can throw an Isaiah Bradley in there, and maybe that's how he gets his super soldier serum. Maybe. Um, Rumors are that's how. I mean, this can be connected to the power broker. Maybe the power broker is funding this or getting the serum for Carmelis, and maybe that's how the Flag Smashers got their super serum abilities. Maybe they're trying to make something. Who know? Maybe they're trying to do kind of like what they did with Bucky and do like the mind control, maybe, and they escaped uh, to make them like a big army, maybe. Um, we obviously know somehow someone has super soldier serum. That's hard to say really fast. Uh, and maybe that's how Isaiah Bradley would get it, and maybe that's how you introduce Joaquin Torres as well. Maybe I mean you can do two birds with one stone. You get it because Falcon. Anyways, so so
Clever.
you can introduce you can you can introduce those two people like that. I mean, then you introduce also the Sons of Serpent in that matter as well, which is a big has a big ethnic tie. And then Carl Malice is a big person that helped with a lot of different experiments that did the super serum, and as well as can't remember what else he did, but he was experimenting with humans in general in the comics. So I feel like that'd be a cool way to introduce him. You can go a different way completely. I mean, it's just my theories, but I mean, it makes sense. I hope Isaiah Bradley just gets the serum in general. I hope he doesn't have to be taking the like the mutagen pills like in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really care for that. Um, but then, like Ricky said, he could just already have it and doesn't know. That can be also a thing. So yeah. Just waiting on seeing what happens in the future episodes. Ricky, what do you think of that little mini theory? It's kind of all over the place, but
There's one. The one thing about it is just like there's one where option where the power broker could actually be Zemo, also
true,
like
true.
and all that stuff. I don't have much on that. It's just something I heard. But it'll be interesting honestly like that. Because like here's the thing. Because the one thing that kind of makes sense for me for that to happen is more the fact of we don't. I don't think we need like another, not villain, but like third party of sorts and all that stuff to bridge in because
Yeah.
we already have the Flag Smashers. We have John Walker in a way as a somewhat of a villain depending on how this story goes, and then of course Zemo, who is also and all that stuff. Having a fourth would probably make too much sense.
Well, here's the thing though. Carl Malice is in connection, and U.S. Agent and Battlestar worked with Carl Malice for a time in the comic
So
books.
Carl Mallet, I think the
That's the
Carl
thing.
thing will probably relate more to them to U.S. Agent and Battlestar. So
Yeah.
that's fine right there. What I'm trying to get at is that I don't want whoever the power broker is to be an additional thing added on with the other ones. If it's associated with one of the three, that's fine. But if it's a separate like an add
Oh, okay.
on to to the other three, including like as a separate
What
thing,
if he's the one that's above all of them, overseeing them?
that doesn't make sense at all. Then
Yes.
so I don't know. It's just more of the fact because like for me, it's
Yeah.
just been more of like I'm just seeing where this goes and all that stuff, and not trying to
Yeah.
like jump into jump into jump into much and all that stuff because it's like I don't I don't feel that there's much to put theories into this show as much as WandaVision and all that stuff
Yeah.
because the theories, granted how crazy they were, uh, made sense of how the story was going in a way almost.
Yeah. Man Thing's still gonna appear. I still have faith in Man Thing
And all that stuff.
appearing.
Here with this show, with it being so grounded in a way, um, it's hard to connect dots to be within the show. In all honesty,
Yeah.
and I kind of and I but
Well, no, I
I
don't think
like that at the same
testing
time.
on people.
I like that at
I
the
don't
same
think
time.
testing on people is not grounded. I mean,
Well, no, I mean like because like here's the thing. The thing with WandaVision was like because there was you had the two different storylines.
anything could have happened.
Anything could have happened, especially how that was, especially within the hex and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Here, what I mean by grounded is just that you don't have that supernatural element of sorts with and all that
Yeah.
stuff. The only thing close to that is the serum itself and all that stuff.
Well, I mean, like I said though, capturing people and putting serum in them by force
That's
isn't
fine.
really.
That's fine.
Yeah. Well, that's what it would have been. Like, it
Well, no,
wasn't
no,
like
like
they're
the
not like chanting around them and like
well, no,
doing
that's
voodoo.
no, that's grounded still in a way because it's kidnapping and other stuff and uh, wrongdoing and
Yeah.
so on like that. The only thing that adds to it is the fact of experimentation and all that stuff. That's it
Yeah, that's true.
and all that stuff. And
That's
for the
true.
fact and like what I mean by grounded is more for the fact of we're not seeing the whole pretty much what we see on mostly any kind of movie on any of the movies is with like that special element of sorts. You don't see we're seeing more
Oh, okay.
we're more outside of the superhero world than we are than mostly in it.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen because like we're not seeing much of that superhero stuff style to it and everything like that with this show.
Yeah. The most we got was when they were on the truck scene. The truck scene.
That's it, and that's
Yeah. Maybe the beginning, kind of.
the beginning of some way of just how the scene goes and all that stuff of the hero
Yeah.
doing the mission, getting the guy, and for that stuff. But everything else has been so close to the like of non superhero stuff, and that's what I like about it and all that stuff.
It's like
I
a
love it
good.
so
It's
much.
like a good. How would you say, like, break? I guess you could say.
Of
Like,
course.
still giving us a lot of story and depth,
Oh, of
but
course.
and like a lot of action, but not being like Vision shooting beams out of his head.
Yeah,
That's
it's not, or it's
what
just
you
not.
mean. Like it's not.
It's not a typical MCU movie. How it is, it's mostly
Yeah.
action and all that stuff, and then here's something and all that stuff. There is actual story to this. Nothing against every other MCU show or movie and all
Yeah.
that
No, I know
stuff.
what you mean. Yeah.
Like I said, we are out. We are looking in the outside of the superhero life, in a way,
Yeah.
particularly within the MCU and all that stuff. And we're getting but we're seeing so many different layers of stuff happening and all that stuff, such as the racial profiling, the mental, your mental health and everything, the mental health and everything like that. What's going through
PTSD.
Bucky and all that stuff, the PTSD and everything like that, all that stuff. The with John Walker in a way of living up, taking the mantle, living up to the life, the not the reputation of someone that no one can duplicate
Stepping in the shoes of
and
yeah
all that stuff and everything like
of
that.
Steve
Like
Rogers.
how where does it lead him throughout the show and everything like that? And how he becomes this person that everyone hates in comics and all that stuff. And then like and we
I'm pretty
still
sure everyone already hates him in
well everyone hates him now.
in show.
But I think no, I think like if you're a comic fan and you know of this person, of course you're gonna hate him no matter what. But I think if you're just similar to the MCU, don't know much about him, like you're probably getting
I think you still hate him.
you're now starting to see the hate in him. Why you're hating him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
and then let's not forget we still got Zemo and Sharon left for in this rest of the show.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to learn more about them and all that stuff and how they are and all that stuff. Because the thing is, if we also have to remember what they did bring up Sharon in the show and like how she's been underground, like pretty much like ever since what happened in Civil War, she's pretty much been on the run in a way from what it sounds like. For
Yeah.
that stuff. So it's like, how has she been and what she's been
She's
going
like one
through?
of the ones that didn't have to serve the probationary time to
No, she was on the run because remember she helped Cap.
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like they never caught her. They caught all Team Cap almost.
Yeah.
Remember they
No,
caught
but
at
what I'm
the
saying, no,
yeah.
what I'm saying was, you made it sound like they didn't bother to go after, they didn't like, she wasn't
Oh
like
yeah,
that,
no, no, no.
like they didn't pursue her at all and
Yeah,
all that stuff and everything like that. That's
yeah,
what you
no,
made it
no,
sound
no.
like a bit,
Yeah, because
stuff.
she stole all the equipment for Team Cap, right? She stole like the jetpack, I mean the wings. She stole
Yeah. So it's
the
like, and then
shield.
also it's like, so, and then for Sharon, and then also for Sharon, like we don't know if she was blipped or not, from what we know too.
True. That
So
could be a way that could be the reason they didn't never found her. I mean,
for the 5 years, yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, in that little 5 year time stream, like not
Because
just in from
before
Civil
that,
War, but
like she had to be mostly on the run
yeah,
and
yeah.
all that stuff. And then like if she was blipped and came back, like what was she doing those 6 months and all that stuff? Since it's and
True.
everything too. So it's gonna be so it's like it's interesting to see what's gonna happen there, for that stuff and all stuff. But
So I can't remember how is she related to Cap?
she's Peggy's niece.
Yeah, but what would that? I'm not even gonna try to figure it out.
Peggy's
That was
niece.
family tree.
Peggy, don't do, no, we don't. Let's not do this.
Because
Let's not.
I mean, technically speaking, I mean, he went back in time so that he's married to Peggy and then he had kids with Peggy. So
Alternate
then some of his
timelines.
Captain America
Alternate
babies.
timelines.
I don't know, because the Russo brothers were like, nah, he's in an alternate time. And
That's
then the director was like, but then the director was like, nah, he went back in time. So then what the hell?
the Russo brothers were the directors of Endgame.
Then what was the other guy? Not screenwriter.
It had to be the
There
screenwriter.
was two different things. I think it was a screenwriter. Was
The
like, nah, it's he
let,
went
let,
to
let's
I
clear it up.
can't remember.
The Russo brothers directed both Infinity War and Endgame and all that stuff.
Yeah, then it
Okay,
was somebody else that was a big I can't remember.
it had to
I'll
be
get
the
back to you.
screenwriter because it's the screenwriters are also the same people that did Infinity War, Endgame, but also Winter Soldier and Civil War, which the Russo brothers also direct.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I wouldn't be surprised if
Yeah.
it's the screenwriters also, those same screenwriters.
Yeah. I'll get back to you on that one.
But I know I get what you're saying and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know I heard about that also. But I think
Yeah.
I think it's the fact that when Steve went back, he put everything away, but he stayed into that, which created this alternate timeline. The stuff that our people are saying, like, Steve was in the same timeline of the current MCU and all that stuff, and was never and was like always hidden, was like that was act and all that stuff. I don't believe that for a second, and all that stuff.
You really don't?
Because like here's the thing about that. Because like I don't think because there's this scene in Civil War where there's this guy walking when they're carrying the casket for Peggy after she passed away.
Yeah.
They're saying that's Steve when after
Well, it
Endgame and
does
all that
only
stuff.
show the back of his head. Yeah.
Yeah, because it shows it on the back of his head. Like, but if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong in all honesty, in Civil War, when not Civil War, in Winter Soldier, when Steve is at the Steve is with Peggy when she's going through her dementia. If I remember, like if I think that was dementia,
Yeah.
and everything like that. I don't think her husband was alive.
But then, I mean, technically speaking, it wouldn't have happened yet.
No, remember she was married. She got married.
Oh, you're right.
She got married after that. After like
Maybe she lied.
no, she got married. There was a picture.
No, I'm not saying that she lied about getting married. She was lying to Cap and saying it.
How
Because
was
if she told Cap, then Cap probably wouldn't have did it. It's like a whole Doctor Strange thing. He didn't tell Tony because Tony wouldn't have done it.
no no
Yeah.
like I really think Steve ended up in a new timeline where he did spend the rest of his life with Peggy, but it has no inclination of the current MCU timeline and all that stuff. And he went back and all that stuff to give Sam the shield. Like that's just me. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think the mystery husband Peggy had after Steve was gone is the same Steve and all that stuff.
I think it was
And now,
personally.
if they pull like some kind of scene with all that and prove me wrong, that's fine and all that stuff. If
I don't
like
think we'll get that at all.
yeah,
Even if
because
it
like if
is,
like if
whichever
they
one
do
it
that,
is, yeah,
but
whichever one it is, they won't
yeah,
prove
it's
it.
like, but I don't think it's the fact of Steve ended up because like I said, like he would have like to. I think that was a particular place in time where he had to put one of the stones back to him to go to do that and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
and that ended up being a timeline of itself of him being in there, which I don't think ended up having him or having the current MCU timeline that we've have so far is related to that. I don't think and all that stuff. I don't think that was Steve in the at the funeral and all that stuff. And I believe that Peggy was married to somebody else that whole time.
Sure.
Because like here's the thing also. Though Sharon is the niece of Peggy, I would think if it was the same timeline, Sharon would have said something.
Unless she was told not to.
No, she would have said something. I think so.
What if it was the thing? It was like, hey, you're gonna meet the Cap. Don't tell him you're
No,
related, because.
you're gonna meet the cap. There's no. You're gonna meet your uncle and all that stuff. You need to keep it and all that stuff. You need to keep a low profile.
Well, I
That's
mean, maybe it was
how
like.
can you do that? How can you do that? I mean, yeah, she was a shield
I
agent and all
mean,
that
to keep
stuff.
it a secret. She's the agent. Yeah. What the hell? Like, she knows how to keep things from people. I mean, it's kind of weird that she kind of like flirted with him a little bit, but like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think she would do that if that was true.
unless she didn't know either. Maybe
She
they kept the
had
secret
to.
from everybody.
She had to.
Not necessarily.
How is it for the fact that you can't not recognize that's your uncle, and that's not tech
She
that's pretty
never
much
met her uncle.
she had to. She had to.
I don't know, not necessarily.
Yes, she had to met her uncle, if and all that stuff,
I've,
or
I
whoever the
haven't,
guy
I
Piggy
haven't met a
did.
couple different uncles. I have.
That's you, Manny.
You just don't visit. That's all you do. You just don't visit them. You
She was
just stay
around.
home and not visit.
She was around her aunt a lot, a lot. Of course, she had to meet her uncle.
He wasn't home.
You can't pull. No,
He
don't do
was
that. Don't do that.
he was doing things. He was working, or he was chilling in the backyard, something. I don't know.
Don't.
He
Don't.
was he was playing with his kids.
Don't.
He took his kids somewhere. He took his
Okay,
kids to the museum.
we're done.
All
We're done.
right, everybody. Thank you for sticking with us. You stuck with us this long. Thank you. Uh, this is episode 49. Thank you for tuning in to the No Name Podcast.
Episode 50 next
Uh,
week,
yep, level 50.
and our 1 year, technically our 1 year anniversary.
Yep, our 1 year anniversary of this podcast, as well as our 50th episode
Will
of
we do
this
this up?
podcast. So
Will
make
we
sure
do
you
that
tune
episode
in.
live? Who knows? We don't know. We're just doing this as we go.
Yeah. Are we gonna do the episode? Do you guys quit now? Quit while we're on time. Uh, that's a
What did you
joke.
say?
That's not gonna happen.
What did you say?
Um, I said, are we gonna do 50? I don't know. Quit now while we're on top. That was a joke. That's not happening. We're doing 50.
Mm,
We just don't know what we're gonna do yet. But we're gonna have something special planned for you guys, for the
we'll
people
see.
that are
We
that
don't.
yeah
We don't have. But we
that
don't
are
have a
watching
budget.
this. We don't. We don't. We're not. We're privately funded. We're
That's even
privately
worse.
funded. We're like Disneyland. uh,
Just not that rich.
uh, yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. So yep, signing off. No Name Podcast. See you guys. Be careful. Be safe. Bye.